Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I gotta plug the phone back in. Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hey. Hey, I'm right here.
All right, we're at 55.
Hello.
Beautiful people.
My favorite people. Hello. Miss you too. Keep the peace.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, Guru.
Hi, Guru.
Hi, Guru.
Case, you look so pretty.
Thank
You're
you.
beautiful.
I heard something about that. Love my Cocoa Puff. It's crazy. Hi, Jen.
I'm doing okay, Mindy.
Oh, I missed you too.
What you mean JP is losing his shit?
Rug talk. Thank God that ended. I'm sad.
What did
that
they say about that? It was just a rug?
It was just a rug.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think they said they were gonna maybe test something on the rug, but I mean, other than that, I mean,
That lady got 1 million followers over a rug buried in her.
1.5, 2 million?
She's got 2 million now. I just checked a little while
Oh
ago.
my God.
Hi. How is everyone? Yeah, that was crazy.
It's still weird, though, that both dogs sat.
Right.
Wow. Well, like we were saying earlier, is it possible that they disposed of the body somewhere else and then just buried the rug that had evidence on it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how careful they were being with that, but could it have been so badly decomposed that it was only bones at that point? Were they careful that they didn't disturb what could have been a crime scene?
Sergeant Kim just said, I don't think the story is over.
Oh,
I agree.
I think you're right.
I don't think that story's over either.
The fact that the cops took the rug says a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right, Sergeant Kim. Also, could it have been like a body been buried somewhere else in the yard? That's always a possibility still too, right?
Mm-hmm. I saw a TikTok today that was like, if you're wondering what any woman on TikTok between the ages of like 17 to like 75 is thinking about today, it's the rug.
For sure.
I haven't gone down the rabbit hole yet.
Oh boy.
Positive. Oh, wow.
Today.
Did you read what Kim said? 2 dogs marking as a false positive is less than a 2% chance.
That's bananas.
That rug has seen some shit. We don't know what, but
Right. I don't know why. Everybody says that whenever I go live. They're like, I never got a notification. I don't know why it gives them to some people, and I don't know how all that works.
It didn't give me a notification tonight either, but it usually does. I don't know. It's really weird.
Me either, and I was on Crystal's TikTok live when you went live, so I was on TikTok.
Hello. I'm all right. Beach chick. I know it's hard to read. Let me see if I can fix this where it will be a little easier. That's better. Now you can like really read the comments. And is that the real beach chick? It is. It's good to be here. It's been a while.
Casey,
Hmm?
check the chat.
Yes, that's real beach chick.
Case face, you got like some water or something? Or like a sounds like a sound machine or something.
Oh, it's my fan probably. Wow, you can hear that?
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Wow. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It was just like kind of calming.
You are allowed to have a fan, Case Face.
It's like 50 degrees here. I really don't need it.
Well, you have a little heater in your belly.
I know.
How appropriate you have a watermelon on your name.
I have a literal watermelon.
You have a little literal watermelon, baby.
Seriously. Oh my God.
Hey, Panther.
Okay. We're just waiting for a couple of people.
She
Hello.
is so cute, pregnant, ain't she? Little baby.
Oh, baby.
Little baby.
You talk to her like you do.
It's a little baby. It's a little baby. It's a
My
little,
dog thinks I'm talking to him now. He's going crazy.
it's a little baby.
It's a little baby. Little baby.
Oh, shoot. Karen and Julie. What do you mean, Coco Club? Oh, that's okay, Nico.
Don't nobody leave. Everybody stay.
You're all gonna want to be here for this, so I would stick around if I were you. Hi, G Queen.
Hello, hello.
Howdy ho.
Hey, Brandy.
Filtered comments already. Yeah, y'all gonna want to be here for this. Share the live, y'all. Tap, tap, tap that screen.
Um, I'm just gonna start out by saying that we've asked Sue to come on the live tonight. She has a lot of things that she needs to tell all of you. So I have put her on the big screen, and I'm going to allow her to explain. This is Sue. This is Sue.
Yeah, it's me. It's me. Sorry, I changed my username. But yeah, so I don't even know really how to start, but it's Sue. It's me. It's been a wild week or 2 or 3. And there are some things that I need to get off my chest and people that I need to clear and things that I need to say to everyone. Yeah, my heart is pounding too, Angela. I'm going to start at the beginning, if that's okay. Initially, I did have good intentions with doing all the things and became quickly overwhelmed. That doesn't excuse what I'm going to say here in a moment at all. I am here to be honest and upfront and forthcoming with the things that I have done that are less than stellar, absolutely vile. And I am here to own my mistakes as a human and as a person or whatever. But it's not about me. It's about the things that I've done that have been pretty shitty. I promise, and I know my word is shit at the current moment, but there are some things that I've done that have been intentional, but I'm trying to think of the word, sorry, but do not involve anyone with so-called mess at all. As a matter of fact, I lied to them and I made them feel as though I had everything under control when in reality I did not. And when I say everything, I mean the funds that were donated. I will say all funds donated that have not been refunded will be, plus a sizable donation, will be given to the family via EFT, which is their Zephy, electronic funds transfer, by next Friday. I have let them know. So all money that has come in will be given to them by next Friday. I did not go into this with the malintentions. However, I am working through my personal issues where I misused the funds donated. But I never, I'm trying to be honest and not bullshit, because listen, it is what it is. Basically the money that came in initially, everything was going good, and then I got overwhelmed. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to throw excuses because that's terrible, but I just want everyone to kind of know that I didn't go into it with malintent. If I did, nobody would receive anything, I feel, because I truly meant for every dollar coming in that somebody bought something, I would return an item to them and donate the money to the family. And that truly was the intent. However, I got in a situation and it was choices that I've made that I wish I could take back. However, I have to move forward. I'm working on myself and things so that I can I can do better in the future. Not that I would ever be involved with fundraising again, because I won't. But I do want anyone to know that is unhappy. If you've received an item, you don't like it, you're unhappy with it, please, or you didn't receive your item, please request a refund. Hey, baby, I'll be out in a minute. Please request a refund via the payment processor. If you can't get through there, let me know. I have no problem refunding anything or anyone. I just want everyone to know that the so-called mess crew had no clue. This was not something that was done by them. This was not something that I set up to be fraudulent, and from the get-go, it just turned into a situation on my end where I used the money for my own personal situations. However, the money and every dollar raised plus I'm doubling the money raised will be to the family by next Friday. I have let them know as well. They are fully aware of everything that has transpired. I am not perfect. I'm not trying to be, but I'm here to own up to my bullshit, to my lies, to whatever hate anyone has for me. Please send it to me. It's not them. They have done the so-called, when I say they, I'm talking about Casey and her mods, besides myself, obviously. They have stepped in and helped me in a situation where I don't deserve the help. I don't deserve anything from them. And they have done nothing but been over the top, helping me get things out, paying for items because I don't have, the funds to pay for the items to ship, or whatever. There's a lot of refunds that are pending, and I promise you those will all be, I'm allowing all refunds, no matter what. If you paid in a way that you can't request a refund, send me an email, and I promise you I have a big old list and a whole document. Yes, hold on one second, guys. Yes, baby.
Is this not working?
No, it's not working. I need you to, can you go downstairs for a minute? I'll be right with you, okay?
I want a phone.
You want a phone? Okay, well, I'll get you a phone in a minute. If you can go downstairs, I'll bring you a phone.
I want a real phone.
Okay, all right, we'll see about that. You're 5. I don't know about that, but all right, go downstairs.
I want it for real.
Okay, all right, for real. My apologies, y'all. There have been proper or whatever police reports made because I have misappropriated these funds that were donated to me in my own personal gain. However, I am paying the family the money that was donated, plus a sizable donation on my side. It has not been timely. It has not been, granted, I don't really know. It was just, everything, it was never, I don't even know how to say this. It was never something that I intentionally went out and said, I'm going to steal these people's money. It was not like that, I assure you all. And if you haven't received something, or you haven't done, or you paid for something, all of the bracelets will be refunded. And there are custom orders that I still have here. But when I say I can't thank the so-called mess crew enough they had literally no idea, no clue. I lied to them. I was not honest with them. They thought everything was under control. I was sending them spreadsheets. They had literally no clue. This was 100% me and my mess ups and my fault. And I am seeking help for my situation. I was gone for a couple of days for obvious, I had to get some help and seek treatment and get a crisis interventionist involved because I had some issues. It was a mess up, and I'm here to own up to it because I never intentionally said I'm gonna. I feel like if it was intentional, that I would never have spent time on these products and things that I made, that I shipped out to people initially. I had a personal issue where I needed money, and I never intended for it to not be repaid to the family. And it just kind of happened that way, to where I got completely inundated and overwhelmed. And I am telling everyone what happened. Yeah, I'm here to own up to my fault because I fucked up. And I just am trying to take the blame off of the group because they have done more than enough to stand by me, or not stand by me, but to help get people their items that they purchased, because I put them on anyway. And I'm just here to say that everything will be sent to the family as intended. Well, I don't know exactly the amount of dollars. I am working through all of that now because there's been a ton of refunds and money that I donated and needed to give back to people that I haven't yet, that will be by Friday. Everything will be repaid, sent back. and whatnot by this coming Friday. And I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I know my word means shit, and that's fine. How am I paying everything? I am selling my home. I don't know the exact number. No. I have to work through that because there's a lot of refunds that are coming in. So if I'm refunding, then that's a little bit different.
It's over
I have
10,000.
personal. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was over 10,000.
My home actually has a cash buyer as of Friday, and it's not currently in foreclosure because we're now apparently in a damn disaster, but it was in pre-foreclosure, correct? The money will be sent to Waymakers now that there's a nonprofit, which I think some of that was an issue waiting on them. The money was sitting there. Excuses. Okay. I haven't been around to be able to reply to everyone. No, I've never done this before. Well, I will say about half of that money was spent on products and shipping and things of that nature. Yes, your turtles should be on your way, Gwen.
Sue, people are asking you to please turn on your camera. It's you that they're talking to.
Oh, it's me. I mean, hold on. I mean, I look less than stellar. I've been cleaning all day. It's me. Yes, I have an issue and I am seeking treatment. I'm actually I'm outpatient right now.
I just want to make it clear because people had some. I want to make it clear that every fundraiser, every single thing that was done was Sue's idea, and every single thing that was done as far as fundraising went only to Sue's accounts and no one else's.
That's correct. She's correct, 100%.
And also, just so everyone is aware too, that our so-called mess assisted in sending out items that Sue had made out of our own pockets to get you your items. But from this point forward, it's Sue and only Sue that you should be emailing or messaging when it comes to refunds or items.
Yes.
We have absolutely no control over the funds because they all went directly to Sue. And the items that you guys are all waiting for that you paid for all come directly from Sue. We've done what we can to try to help mitigate some of the items to make sure you guys got what you paid for. The rest is up to Sue.
Yes, please message me, email me. I am now back at my computer. Everything was legit, cramping, I promise. I mean, as far as they know. And I mean, I didn't have ill intent. Because if I did, I would have sold something that I didn't have to spend time to create and ship out, and I put myself in a situation where I made some bad decisions and that money was there and I shouldn't have. And I know coming here and just owning up, it sucks. And I'm grateful, and I know this is terrible to say, but I'm grateful that I've been given the opportunity to even speak on this platform to everyone, because that is beyond more than they have needed for me to do.
Well, and I think also it would be good, Sue, if you could address Lady Trey, because she thinks that this is mean, what's happening. And I want to clarify that none of us have ever been mean to Sue. We have tried to help her and support her. We know that mental health, it plays a role in this. We've given her and extended her lots of grace through all of this. We have defended her publicly and privately through all of this. We have had her back through all of this. So I just want to make it clear that we have, you know, we have done what we think is right. And we felt, and I think Sue also felt it was right because it was your money, all of your money as well as our money. And it was important.
Lady Trey, I understand what you're saying, but what you don't understand, Lady Trey, is what we have been doing behind the scenes and not on a TikTok live. We have been very compassionate. We have been very understanding, and we have done everything that we possibly can to help Sue. So I think that you need to consider what has been done not on a TikTok live before you go saying those things. Also, I do want to address something that was said in the comments regarding my post about a check being sent to the family. I did make that post because I was told by Sue that the check had been mailed to the family, and that was not factual information. That post is no longer on my TikTok. The minute I found out it was not factual, it was removed from my TikTok.
Yes, and I've apologized to the mods for lying, for telling them one thing and it not being true, because they had my back then. They supported me. They had no idea. This was 100% me. And this is the only reason being on this, coming on panel is not something my attorney said I should do, but here I am.
I want to address this comment so everyone knew this had happened. We've only known this for 1 week. 1 week, and we have scrounged around. We have spent over $1,000, our own money, the mods, to put our money into shipping out items that Sue didn't do. So we have spoken with the family. We have even contacted law enforcement. We have been doing everything behind the scenes that we need to do to rectify the situation before coming public to let everyone know what happened.
Yes, they have contacted law enforcement. They've made several different, which they deserve to do. That's their right. And I still felt it necessary to come on and relieve them of any wrongdoing or knowledge, because it's the right thing to do for what they've done for me when they didn't absolutely have to. They had nothing to do. They didn't have to do anything. And they've been helpful, kind. I mean, they've been, it is what it is. They've been more than they need to be, by all means. I deserve the hate, the backlash, the whatever comes my way. And I'm here, and I wouldn't be here otherwise. If I didn't know that I had done wrong, then I wouldn't be here apologizing. And I do apologize to everyone. I just want everyone to know that the money is going to the family on Friday next week, 1 week from today. They know. I let them know. I had several phone conversations with Abigail, very high emotion. It was a lot. And I'm working on me, and that's where I've been kind of absent lately. And, trying to, then the mods were able and more than willing to help to jump in to get you guys the items that I had not shipped out. And they did. They came and got them, and they sorted through what was what, and they shipped out what they could. Obviously, they don't have all of them. So if you are missing an item, please send me an email. Sue at sweetgracemarketing.com will work for now. It'll work. It'll work. You can just send me an email. Let me know what you're missing. If you'd like to just request a refund, you can also do that through PayPal. If you sent Cash App, send me an email. Let me know. Cash App shut down my account because of the refund request coming through, or something. I don't know. I've got to get with them. I haven't had a chance to do that. But everything is going to be made right. Plus and then some, because it's what the right thing to do.
I have to address this comment. Sue shouldn't take full responsibility. She wasn't vetted, but sure was used on this platform. Sue was vetted. Sue, and I can show screenshots to prove every single thing that we've said tonight. We have everything to prove it all. Sue came to us and told us her background of doing fundraisers, her background of doing all of this, her background in marketing. Sue was the one who brought up every idea for every fundraising, every single thing. She did it all on her own, and she used my name and my platform to do that on. But this was fully Sue.
I would also like to say that it is possible to have compassion and empathy for people while simultaneously allowing people who are getting news like this to be upset, and shaming them or guilting people in the comments for having a natural reaction to something like this is not wrong either. And sometimes part of coping with a mental illness or addiction or whatever it may be is facing the damage that you've caused. So instead of sitting in the comments and making everyone feel terrible for not immediately having compassion and empathy, we're allowing everyone to feel what they're feeling, and that's okay too.
Lady Trey, have you looked into her background?
Right,
I mean,
right.
you can look now and see that she's had fundraisers. She does a lot in her community.
It was legit.
Yes, I have y'all are absolutely right. I have a solid background in fundraising. I have done fundraisers. I have done that, and I provided all that information. Yes, Aldi, I'll be with you in just a minute. So then take it, baby. Here, take that phone and go tell Sissy to charge it up. I'm sorry, guys, I can't mute. So, but anyway, and I never went into this with this mindset of I'm going to use this money for my own personal, like that's not me. And my background will show you that. And I made a mistake, and it's a big mistake, and it's a huge mistake. And I'm seeking help for that mistake. And I'm not perfect. I don't expect anyone to be perfect, but in this situation, I needed to be perfect. And I wasn't.
Panda can. She was drowning though, and y'all just kept having fundraisers. Sue had fundraisers. Sue had the fundraisers and got on our panel, and we advertised those fundraisers that Sue was having on our platform. And we didn't know Sue was drowning. We have only known this information for 1 week, you guys. Correct. 1 week. And we didn't find out that information until we were lied to that the money was sent and an email was fabricated to try and prove that the money was sent. So we had no clue that Sue was drowning.
No,
because we had offered, all the mods had offered, 3 or 4 of the mods had offered to drive to Savannah to help her ship stuff out. We've sent money.
They gave me money on top of the money. So yeah.
Lady Trey, why did you choose her to manage the finances? I never had any idea or any intention ever to do anything to raise money. Sue did, not me. If Sue had never walked into my life, I would have never raised 1 penny or had anyone on my panel that raised 1 penny to do any type of fundraising, because I've never done this before. I've never had a live before. I've never been in true crime. So I didn't choose Sue to manage finances because it wasn't my idea to do any fundraising. This was Sue's idea. Sue formulated all of it. Sue brought the ideas up. Sue formulated the fundraisers, and Sue controlled it, and Sue accepted all of the money.
We're pointing the finger because Sue is the one in charge of all of this. We're not putting the blame. This is what Sue needs to be doing, is taking accountability for all the things that she did. We didn't have any part of this.
Lady Trey, you're the one that's trying to stay relevant with your comments. They're just unnecessary and absolutely ridiculous. Nobody knows everything that has gone on. We are just trying to come on here and be forthright with you. I do understand you can support Sue. It's okay. We have supported Sue. We have tried to help in any way that we can with her. We've known for a week, and we didn't go public. We didn't come on a public platform and tell everybody and go bananas because we were upset and crying because this happened. And you know, you guys just don't understand the depths of what has happened, how it happened, or anything like that. So
I think
blaming a
this
sick
is
person.
the last energy we need to give Lady Trey, because people have questions, and I think that's more important right now. That's what we're here for. So instead of monopolizing the conversation, Lady Trey, I think we'll move on, because we get it. We get it.
Right. And you say that we should leave her alone. We have been.
I think Lady Trey, with all due respect, unless you have something to contribute to the conversation or questions that you need to be asked, I would ask you to please stop.
He
Please.
didn't contribute any money or buy anything, so.
No, we no longer support Sue. No.
No, and it shouldn't. But I'm here to own up to my shit, because I there's no way to get better without owning your mistakes. And I just want to also clear the mods and Casey 100%, because they don't deserve anything they're going through. They don't even need to be here, to be honest with you. But I am grateful that they have allowed me to come on and speak. And I'm sorry doesn't cut it. I get that, you know.
With all due respect, Lady Trey, you're not going to come up on panel because you didn't even spend any money.
No, none of this is about you. This is about people who donated money and time and energy, and it wasn't used in the right way. And so this is for all of you guys. That's why we're doing this. So no, we're not.
They've done
we're
more
not going to do
than
this.
I just made you a mod guru. Thank you.
If you have questions, but please be respectful. Be respectful of the people in the room. Be respectful of Sue and Casey. If you do have questions for Sue, I'm more than happy to drop down if people want that.
Yeah, and Lady Trey, if you've donated money directly to the family, thank you. This is a whole different scenario that we're talking about. And this is Sue talking. She changed her username. She's came on camera. This is Sue Nelson that we're speaking.
I'm here. Yeah, sorry. I changed my name because I had to remove myself from. The money will be to the family next Friday, and I have let them know. Plus, I'm doubling the donation out of my pocket. Not that it makes it any better, but just because I feel led to do that in this situation. Doesn't make it any better. But.
And people asking about their orders. There were 31 items that were shipped out by me. I'm Brett. You should be receiving them by Saturday is the latest. Everybody else it says that they're in transit or in delivery. If you do not get your item, I shipped out everything that I had orders for. If you do not get your order, get in contact with Sue. We are no longer involved whatsoever with Sue.
Krista, I'm making some personal decisions to sell an investment.
Is there a way to do a recap for the people that came in late?
Yes, I'm selling my home.
People are confused, so can you do a recap of exactly what happened?
The recap is I lied about the fact that I sent the money to the family that was raised. The money was around $11,000, and I had told them that I sent the check for about $5,000, which was minus the shipping and all of that stuff to the family, when I did not. I didn't have the money. I had used the money to my personal situation. However, the money is going to the family, and I'm doubling it next Friday. And I have let all the fundraising ideas were my ideas, no one else's. The so-called mess crew had nothing to do with it. They completely we're just like you guys, had no idea, and they've been nothing but helpful in helping get the items shipped to everyone. And I know I can say it 1,000 times, I didn't set out with that intent. I never did. Why would I set out with an intent to be malicious and steal and still create items and spend all the time doing all that things? I mean, that was never, it was a situation that I did. I did it. I mean, I have no problem, and I'm here to own up to my mistakes, my whatever. I've got other issues that I am seeking help for. I was in a situation, but now I'm an outpatient.
So too.
I had an advocate that was helping, but that was just, yes, I have a cash offer coming in Friday next week. Yes, the fact that they're even giving me a platform to even explain myself. I do have somewhere I'm actually going to stay in the house after it's sold for a few months. I never planned, it was never a set plan. I never planned to use the money for my own benefit, and I did. And I am making I'm doing everything I can to make it right by the family and by Casey and the mods here. But why? Why did I take the money? I don't really have that answer just yet. I am working that out. I have been some therapy in different ways. You could name it. There's a habit, yes. Yeah, Casey and crew are amazing, and I appreciate them as well. I agree. Even though I don't even deserve the platform to even be able to speak on, I'm here to say they really had no idea. They knew nothing of this until last week, I assure you. And they've still helped me when they shouldn't have. And I appreciate them and you guys for being as understanding as you have been, regardless of the whys or the hows or it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's the truth. I never set out to scam everyone, and it wasn't ever a thing. It was always, I was going to put the money back. And in my brain, when it's not whole, it just kept using the money. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain that unless you know addiction.
I want to make it clear that we've only known about this for 1 week, and we let the family know the exact day that we found out. We had Sue get on a call with all of us, and she explained it to them what happened. We have only known 1 week, and we have been picking up the pieces of Sue's mess for the last week and trying to get everything situated behind the scenes so that we could eventually come out publicly to let everyone know. We let the family know the day we found out.
I have a list of all the names of the people that I shipped orders out to. If you didn't receive, or if you only received a part of your item, you're going to have to get with Sue. I told her that as well, that I shipped out what I had. I can read off the list of the names that were shipped. I don't have the items that were shipped. I just shipped out what was there. I'm going to start. I'm not going to say last names just due to privacy. Cassandra was shipped. Sophie's was shipped. Gwen, Tammy, Melissa, Tanya, Stacy, Chelsea, Teresa, Brenda, Candace, Dana, Karen, Michelle, Megan, Valerie, Morgan, Jen, Genevieve, Amy, Amber, Chana, Sandy, Leslie, DJ, Carly, Heather, Sarah, Rebecca, Shannon, Candace. Those were shipped. If you, they all say in transit or delivered. And like I said, if you didn't get your item, contact Sue. I have, and all of us are no longer involved with anything else.
No. Yeah, the family does know.
Yes, I can elaborate, Michelle. We found out because we were lied to and told that the money was sent. We were told the money was sent, a couple of weeks before we found out. We finally got on a call with Sue and were demanding a tracking and demanding information of when the money was sent and why the money hadn't gotten there. And Sue fabricated an email and lied to us all. And it was that day that we found out, and she ended up confessing to everything that day.
I just don't want y'all to blame them. That's really the only reason I'm here. I'm not here to like make anybody feel sorry for me or whatever. I'm a grown ass woman, and I'm handling my shit as best I can. I love everyone. I fucked up big time, and was just trying to hopefully get it unfucked up, and I didn't. But it is now, and it will be. Every dollar intended will go where it should. All refunds approved and money sent back to those that sent money for any other reason. I am working on that full list. It is a lot, but I am working on it, and plan on making reparations where due. And I'm here to just clear their names. They really had no idea. And this is Sue. I am speaking as me. Yeah, just the three of us as me. I changed my name. And I don't know. It sucks. And I hate it for everyone. I hate for everyone else because you didn't know. And
even at one point, Sue asked us to donate money to her because she couldn't get the money from the Etsy store. So some of us donated around $1,000 to her because she said she couldn't get the funds from the Etsy store. So now we're out of that money as well as the money that the family is owed.
that is going back to you Friday.
Some people are asking about their orders, or can somebody email me? Going forward, this is all Sue's responsibility. So if there's anything you need to ask about anything that has to do with fundraising, please reach out to Sue.
Well, I'm trying to be accountable now.
Yeah, she was the one
Ramona was my crisis interventionist when I had a very tough day. It's not about me. I'm not here to sit here and talk about people. She helped me through the first 72 hours, which I absolutely needed help, and she was willing to help. And then now, I have to be a big girl and put on my big girl panties and do what I got to do. And yes, please reach out to PayPal, and you can file a refund request or whatever you want to do. But know that if I do refund the money, then that money will not be included in the funds sent. Wait, hold on. Ramona did not, she did, wait a minute, Beck. She did know what she was getting into with me. She knows me very well. Although she didn't know that. She didn't know that this situation had.
Panda Can, are you Candace?
Yeah, I think that's it, because she said she had a UPS tracking today. So
Yes,
you didn't
she
respond
is.
back to her.
That's Candace Collins.
So
If items weren't received, file the file the claim.
I sent you Candace's tracking. Can you get back with? She said that you didn't. Okay, she said that you didn't respond back to her.
I did. I gave her the tracking and the data that we were given. I don't know. Oh, Panda Can, sorry. Nope, that is Jenny. That is being refunded or given to Casey.
There's somebody up on the panel that wants to, I guess, speak. When
you had to correct address. It says that she said that UPS said that she had to correct my address, that I cannot. So Sue can get with you on that.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't. I just got home about an hour ago, so I haven't really had a chance to reply to you. But yeah, I saw your message did come back through. I'm sorry, but I did reply initially and gave her the tracking and all the information that I had.
Can y'all hear me?
Everyone has the right to be mad and upset and angry. I'm while I don't want to sit here and be. I mean, I deserve it. I guess I don't know. Ramona, what do you mean? What has Sue done that Ramona knew? She didn't. Ramona didn't. Ramona is. I was 100% upfront with Ramona.
I just want to say that anger is a valid emotion.
Yeah.
And I do not fault anyone in this live, anyone that donated money. I don't fault you for being angry, and I think you have all right to be angry and to anger.
Hey, Mindy, did you have something to say?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, the reports were made legally through police and whatnot, the FBI, this, that, the other. So I've got that, coming, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So my kids are screaming inside. I'm sorry. If you can hear them. But I deserve it. That's if I fucked up, and it is what it is. But the money will be going to the family again this coming Friday. I have also talked to the family and let them know as well. I'm doing my best to own up for my fuck ups.
Yes. I just want to say, Sue, hey, it's Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Y'all have every right to be, feel the feelings you have. These are my feelings alone. I know that when I hit my rock bottom, and I don't know if it's the same situation, but when I decided to get sober, I thought my life was never going to change. I thought it was going to be, it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I felt like a piece of dirt, piece of shit. But I can tell you that life is so much more beautiful today than I ever imagined it would be. And it took some real fucking up for me to get there. Real fucking up. So again, these are my feelings. This is someone coming from probably feeling similar to how you feel right now. It can get better. I appreciate you taking accountability. Don't beat yourself up. It's not okay. None of this is okay. But beating yourself up isn't going to help. So I think if you need help getting sober or with sobriety, please message me. I have a great group of people. I don't know that that's the issue. And you don't even have to say. But if it is, I'm here to support you. Okay?
Thank you.
And I love you so much.
I will reach out because I do need support in that area.
Yes, I will help you as much as I can anyways. But I just want to say I am able to have this much grace for other people because I've done some really fucked up shit that I did not able to have this much to be apologized. I did not deserve for other people to give me grace or accept apologies and to love me anyways. And maybe that's why my heart's big and I remember being there. Like, it makes me want to cry. I remember being there and I was like, my life can't get any worse. And that was the day that everything changed. So, it's going to get better and I love you.
Love you too.
Can you address that we have asked for spreadsheets, proof of how much money's come in, proof that the check was sent, proof that the shipments were sent out, because they're saying that.
Yeah, no, once again, I always told them that everything was fine. They have no idea. They definitely were on my ass, as they should have been, to get them the information, and I did not send it, or I fabricated it. And that is, and then they believed me because, I was lying.
And we knew that she had her plate full, and we all offered to drive and help, get stuff out, help make keychains, help do whatever. But she didn't accept our help.
Criminal charges be taken against me. There were things filed against me, reports and whatnot. So I assume so.
I just want to say real quick, because I know that there's a lot of beating around the bush, and I know that there are a lot of questions that are not being answered. I'm not going to answer them. They're not mine to answer, but I will say that there's a lot more that goes into this than anybody knows. And I will say something else. Casey and her crew, the hits plural, that they have taken off of what's happened, you all will never, ever imagine. Ever. And when I found out, which was after they did, y'all know me. I talk a lot. I was freaking speechless for hours. My jaw was on the floor. So there is a lot that went on that is in private, that is amongst the group, and whether or not that stays that way is not up to me. But you all really do not understand the depth and the layers of this. You don't. So I commend Casey and the mods for the grace that they have shown Sue and how much they fought to try to get things on the right track, to get accountability and to get clear answers for everybody, including the family. Sue, I know getting up on this platform isn't easy, but I also know how much you had to be pushed to even do it.
What? You know how much I had to be pushed to do it?
To get up on this platform today, yes.
No, I was given the opportunity and I immediately said yes.
Well, I'm glad if you said yes immediately, but what I heard before, that wasn't the case. That's fine. You don't have to know what I'm talking about. I commend the hell out of you ladies, and I hope we're able to move past this. I really am. And y'all just really don't know. You really don't know. And how much this has hurt so many people.
Heinzie, we were lied to.
Yeah, we were blindsided by this. Sue kept reassuring us, and we had trust in her because she has been there with us for so long, and she was a friend, and we still consider her a friend. And we were lied to the whole entire time.
It's just me said, so Casey, when you said the money was there to be donated, you lied. I was
No,
lied
she
to.
didn't know.
I had no idea.
All the money went in Sue's accounts, and she never shared any of that with us, of the amounts or anything. So if you bought or purchased anything, then you know it all went to Sue. It was up under Sue's accounts. Paradise Lost is in here, y'all. Where's she at?
Hey, Paradise.
Hi, Paradise.
We've been praying for you.
And the only reason that we figured it out is because so many people were, even after, Leslie and Eric and all these other people went online and was saying there was fraud being committed, we backed Sue because we still believed it. And we believed it up until the check had not been received by the family, and it had been sent out over a week. And that's when we started really questioning it. And it still took a couple of days for her to admit it. Because we figured it out, like on a Friday, we started questioning it, like in the evening time. And then on Sunday night, after she fabricated an email that we had asked her to send us, that she had said that she had sent to the accountant, we figured out that it had been fabricated because it was the wrong date on it. It said Sunday, September the 12th, and September the 12th was a Thursday. And so that's when she admitted to us.
Sue has showed her face. They're asking again, Sue, if you just want
I'm
to.
outside and my kid is screaming inside because I'm not paying her any attention, and my oldest.
Well,
is
this
trying
is
to,
Sue.
Hold on. Let's see what I can do. Hold on. I got a lighter.
She changed her name, but this is Sue.
It's just me said, shame on anyone who lied about the status of any of this. Sue did.
Me, 100%. Nobody else.
No one else knew.
Nope.
As soon as we knew, we went straight to the family and we did everything we could to pick up the pieces and to figure out what we needed to do legally and how to move forward. And that is why we are here today.
Listen, y'all, it's a mistake that I've made. I'm here to own up to it, but asking how old I am. I mean, I'm a grown woman, I know, and everybody deserves to throw whatever you want at me. But the money, and I'll provide receipts, obviously, once done, to Casey and crew, because I won't be on lives or anything like that moving forward. I was advised not to be on this live, but I felt it right to clear their names because they've done more than enough, and it's not fair that they take my heat, the heat for me. They've taken plenty, and they've done more than they ever should. But I will provide receipts. I've let the family know. I've had multiple discussions and conversations with them on the situation, and they know everything. I've been 100% honest with them, and I am seeking help for my issues, which are a lot, but I am working on them. And again, they really had no idea. I'm not here to say anything else. I mean, really, I'm just here because I feel the first step in recovery or doing better is to admit that, you fucked up, you had a problem, you have a problem, whatever the situation is. And I'm not showing my face because I'm outside. Again, my kid, I'm sure you can hear her screaming inside because I'm not in there. Sorry. I don't know what's going on in there, but I'm here for Casey and everyone, and for you guys, for me to say, I fucked up. And I did something that I never in a million years thought I would do, but I did it. And I have to own up to that and take accountability. And the money will be going to the family. I know my word is shit, and I totally get that. And all I can do is next Friday when it comes in, prove it or let y'all log in. Whatever I got to do. I've been as forthcoming in this situation since they found out, as much as I have been. I mean, I've got to be honest moving forward. I want to get better. I do. I want to do better, but I definitely want to clear their names from any wrongdoing. They had no absolute idea. And again, I know I said this earlier, and this is not an excuse, but I never set out for this to happen. It just happened, and it's my fault, but I'm owning up to it. I'm trying to anyway.
People are asking what the money was spent on.
An addiction. Yes, all refunds will be through this coming Friday, if they haven't already. For anybody that has requested a refund. If you are unable to file a case through PayPal or Cash App or whatever, send me an email. I am keeping a document so that I am able to send everyone the information or their money back that wants it. But if I'm sending the money back, I have to take that into account as well, especially if you already got the product. So I'm just trying to be a better human than I was yesterday. Right, and charges have been filed. That's right, it's up to the authorities now. Correct. I'm not lying.
Sue lying and Casey playing victim gross.
No, not at all.
Wow. I'd love to know what I'm playing victim for. Like, okay.
And I lied many times, but I am not lying right now. And if you think I'm lying, I can understand why you would think that. So.
We've filed reports. We haven't filed charges. We have filed reports on this being fraud. So it's up to the authorities now.
Yeah, they'll do an investigation, and if they find wrongdoing or charges or whatever needs to be filed, they'll do that, I believe.
Hey guys, I just wanted to say I was reading in the chat and trying to answer people just because I've had to do this recently myself. As long as a house has not went to the auction and has not been auctioned off, even if it's in foreclosure, it can still be sold. I had to do it myself with
Thank you.
the
And it's in
whole.
pre-foreclosure, and because of the hurricane, we are now considered just to interrupt. I'm sorry, but we're now considered a disaster zone or something, so it's been postponed. Not that it matters, but yes, thank you.
But yes, even if that wasn't happening, as long as she sells it before it goes to auction or sheriff sale or anything like that, it can still be sold. And if you're doing a cash buy, you're in and out within 15 minutes. It's sold. It's done. And you have the money. It's wired. So I just kind of wanted to clear that up for everybody, just because I literally just did this months ago with my mom's home after she passed. I wasn't able to keep up the bills on it, unfortunately, so it did go into foreclosure, and I was able to find a cash buyer, and we sold it. But it was in foreclosure. So I'm just kind of trying to clear that up for everybody in the chat.
Well, thank you.
That is a viable option as long as it's not went to sheriff sale. So that's all I want to say. Thanks, guys. Sorry.
Thank you.
Just because I've been through it, so I just wanted to, you know what I mean, firsthand knowledge.
I appreciate
it sucks, but it can be done.
There is more people in the chat saying that they've donated money for the cameras. So we don't know who donated money to cameras, for the cameras. So if you donated and want to let us know, you can do that.
I never got the cameras.
Yeah, she never got the cameras. Sue said the cameras were in a box and she was gonna deliver them to Casey when she come this way.
No, I will be refunding anything that was sent where a product was not delivered to that same person who donated.
Has somebody got a piece of paper and they can write this stuff down?
Agatha.
Has somebody got a piece of paper and they can write this stuff down?
Agatha.
Private messages. Maybe send us a private message. I know Kim 205 said she donated 200, right? But there's Kitty Biscuits just said she donated 60. So there's several people in here that's said they've donated. We just need to know the amount.
Agatha said Sue is the person that was making things to sell with the question mark. Sue was making everything. Sue brought the idea of everything. Sue was responsible for it all. Sue had the Etsy shop, and every single penny that was sent directly to Sue. No one else had access to anything.
Do I live in a flood zone? What does that matter?
Yes, Paradise.
Yes, I mean, I do. I have flood insurance. I don't know.
Paradise, yes. This was Sue and Sue only. Yes.
That's correct. Yep. Yeah, Casey did nothing wrong. Neither did any of the mods. They had no idea I lied to them.
No, Texas girl, it did not.
I did apologize to the family personally twice.
I meant to unblock certain people.
Yeah, if anybody else wants to come up, I can hop down.
Yeah, I can get down too if anybody wants to come up.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop off as well.
No money has gone to the family as of yet.
No, I have spoken with the family and I have let them know the money will be there. They will have the money electronically in their Zephy account by Friday next week. And that is the money that was raised for items that I've sold, as well as I am doubling the money, whatever that number is. I don't have it right this second because the refunds and things like that are still flying in and I still owe people money, but I'm gonna try to, yes, and their charges have been filed, correct? Or not charges, police reports have been made, I'm sorry. And if you're not sure if you have an item or you're missing an item or anything like that, please send me personally an email at sue@sweetgracemarketing.com. as they've been more than helpful in getting some things out and stuff like that. So I am now, I believe, in a position to be able to figure that out with you guys. So thank you for your patience. Yes, it's an addiction. I am getting help. It is wrong. I agree. It was never, again, I mean, it's been a tough week for everyone, for them especially, because they've picked up the pieces that I dropped in their lap without them even realizing. No, the t-shirt money, all the money from the Etsy shop did not make it to the family yet. It will be there. I misused the funds personally, but I am sending the money to the family next Friday. Sorry, I'm a little behind in the comments. There's a lot coming. I'm trying. Yeah, everyone that donated money, I am happy to do whatever for the cameras or for whatever they donated money for that was external to an item being shipped. I will refund it to you, and then you guys can decide what to do from there or whatever. I'll have a number for Casey and let you guys know. I mean, it's Casey, truly, they had no clue. Nobody had any idea this was 100% me. And I'm just here to let everyone know.
Hey, Paradise.
Sorry, I just wanted to thank everybody for the good wishes. I'm still not home, and my speech is still messed up. I have more.
I'm not perfect. I'm sorry. Real quick.
We love you, Paradise.
Go ahead, Paradise.
Thank you. I have more surgery next week. And then lots of PT, OT, I don't know. My thoughts aren't real clear. But I come on and listen when I can. And I love all you guys.
We love you very much.
We love you.
Love you, Paradise.
We're praying for you, sweetie.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna drop down now.
Okay, get you some rest, sweetie.
Can somebody drop me
Yeah,
down?
we got you.
Sending you gifts. Yes, we send love and prayers to Paradise. She's been through a lot, and we hope for healing and recovery for her.
Yes.
We don't, Crampin. We don't.
If I can just add something, Casey.
Yes, please.
This is really hard for me. All through this week, we have lost sleep. We have been sick. We've had so much happen to us. Trying to do the right thing. And do you realize there's 2 children in this equation? There's 2 children that we love, that we had to keep in our back of our minds. We tried every which way to do the right thing for everybody, but especially for those children. And anybody to get up here and say we're throwing Sue under the bus, we're not. We are not. We understand she has problems. We loved her and still do love her. We consider her a friend. We were there for her.
Mm-hmm.
And those kids held us back from a lot. I just want everybody to understand the depth that this has gone to, the depth that all of us mods, the family, it has been a lot. It has just been a lot. And I hope everybody can heal from this. I truly do. I truly do. And that's all, Casey.
We love you, G Queen.
And I also just want to say that when I started helping being a mod, I kind of came in the middle, but I loved this group and I loved Sue. Oh, we spent so much time together in these lives, all of us. And it gave me like a sense of purpose to feel like I was giving back to a family that had lost so much. And to not be able to fulfill the promise that we had made is the hardest thing. And to know that we hurt them because of this, because that these promises were made, we were assured of things, we were lied to repeatedly, we were given the runaround repeatedly, and we so badly wanted to believe that it was there, that we would not have to come to this. You know, we all got connected because of Mica's story. And we have felt for her family and what they've been through. And the last thing we ever wanted to do was hurt them. I mean, we've sat in these lives and had tears over Mica's story, reading about her and talking about her. And that was what this all was supposed to be for. And we just felt that it was right for everybody to know the truth. Because we know that you all had the same heart as us. That we all wanted to give back to this family and support them. And Casey has always made it public that she supports the family 100%. She has always stood by their side. And supported their decisions and supported them because of the hurt and pain that they are feeling because they've lost their loved one. And that was the hardest part for all of us to hear, was that something else was taken from them. And there isn't, and just to feel so helpless about it. I love Casey and support her 100%. I know her heart. I know what's gone on behind the scenes for her to try to make this right. And all the mods that we've come together to try to do what we can to make this right for everybody. Because we are people of our word. We do follow through, and any of us that had our own items that we donated. My dad made signs for people to donate to Mica's family. And to know that that money didn't actually go to Mica's family broke my heart. But anything that I promised or that my dad promised made it where it needed to go. So we all tried to be
people of our word. And we definitely feel used and abused. Casey's platform was used and abused, and our love for each other and our friendship was used and abused. And it's definitely the hardest thing as a group that we've had to go through.
Tara, I don't know what you're talking about. I've never talked about you. I have no idea what you're talking about, hon. I mean, if you've got a recording, if you've got proof of that, I'd love to see it, because you've probably been told things by other people that are not true.
True.
I don't talk about people. Well, that's you're allowed your opinion if you want, but I've never talked about anybody on my live.
Also, that's really not appropriate right now.
Like,
Yeah. This is not about you, Tara.
like,
No.
Dominic, did you have something you wanted to say?
Sorry, I had to get back to my phone. I just wanted to come up and say that, well, I was invited, but no one knew, y'all, and I really need y'all to understand that nobody knew. Only Sue knew. And like they have stated before, as soon as we found out, the family was reached out to. This was not something that we tried to hide or anything from the family or even from anyone else. We just wanted to make sure that all ducks were in the row, the family knew first, and the proper procedures were taken prior to letting everybody else know. But nobody knew anything about this, y'all.
thank you, Dom.
Tara, all the comments are going a million miles a minute, so it's hard to read all the comments. But this is not a bashing session or attacking of anybody right now. And
y'all, please keep in mind that we trusted this woman. Like, we trusted her. And that trust, yeah, we trusted her. Casey trusted her because of the background that she said she had. And if you look her up, you can see that she has done fundraisers before. So we trusted that. Everybody trusted her.
I gave them no reason not to trust me. And they had no idea. And it wasn't something I initially was like, I'm going to do this and steal all the money. I mean, but at the end of the day, I understand why people would think that. And I'm not going to tell people they're right or wrong. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And no, I've never stolen from another fundraiser.
Tara, I, with all due respect, you have to understand that the comments are going very fast. And when you make a comment and we don't see the other comments, we're just responding to the comment that we see. No one's attacked you. We've just responded to a comment and took it the way we took it. So I think you need to hold a little bit of grace and a little bit of empathy for us for trying to keep up with the comments that are coming through.
Synergy, it was never like I'm going to do this. It trickled from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And before I knew it, it sucks. And I am owning up to it as part of repenting for my sin or for, fucking up and doing the things that I did. I will be giving the money to the family again. I know nobody believes me, and I have no problem with that. But I can't. I mean, I just, I've already talked to the family. I know I won't do any more fundraisers again. That's step one. I'm not even going to involve myself in anybody else's money moving forward because I can't be trusted. I have issues and I am seeking help on those issues. And part of that is coming here. How did the stealing begin? It was like, I'll use this to pay that and then I'll pay it back. And that became a pattern, and my paying it back never happened. And I always had good intentions to pay it back, but it doesn't matter. It wasn't mine to move. So the money will be going to the family as of next Friday. I've also let the family know. And if they need, and we never, let me say, I don't know. I'm trying not to make excuses and just trying to own up to my shit. I did it. They had truly no idea. Like, I lied to them multiple times. And I do have a background in fundraising. And have not ever done this before. I have not yet signed documents. They're in my inbox for me to sign, but I just got them on the way home tonight. So, because it's going to be a cash sale. So it is, it wasn't a few weeks. It was about 4 months. And I didn't spend $10,000. That was the money raised. I did initially, everything was good up until a certain point. So
Misplaced Texas lady asked, please address why there was no cash control in place. Sue was in control of all money. Sue is she brought the idea for the fundraiser. She was the one who had that as her background. And so I'm not sure what that even means, but I don't know if she can even answer that for you.
Well, and we were also told that there was an accountant that was involved.
And there is no accountant.
And there is no accountant that we found out later.
I also want to remind people that this started off as just like a small Facebook thing, like bake sale vibes. We did not know how big this was going to get. We did not know how much money was eventually going to be involved in this. We did not go into this thinking it was going to be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and that's what happened. It just turned into more than just a few good people online banding together and raising a little money. Like we've said, no one's ever done this before, and that, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to be learned here. However, here we are.
Misplaced Texas lady, mods have reached out to Sue to see, to get the spreadsheets and all of that, but that was not provided. It was always an excuse. And also mods have asked to assist her, but that was also declined.
Right. We did ask several times if what we could do to help, and Sue took on all of this.
No, there was nothing really that they could have helped me with, honestly.
Right. And you have to understand, when someone comes to you and they give you their background and what she told us, and we looked into it and we see her background of doing fundraisers, we had none of us had any experience in that. So we trusted that whatever was a responsible thing or whatever was legally supposed to happen as far as someone who is in charge of fundraisers, we trusted that Sue was doing that on her own and had been able to take care of all that on her own because she had done these things before.
Casey, block Victoria. What?
No, not right now.
Helen Rockland asked if you could unblock Victoria so she can join.
Victoria's unblocked.
Okay.
Berlinia, what don't you believe is truthful?
We don't know how much exactly was raised. We know what the spreadsheets say, and that's up to the authorities to figure out how much was raised because they're the only ones that can.
Right.
I
And
have
we
given
had
y'all all the
access.
financials though for my PayPal and my Cash App.
We've not gotten any of that information until a week ago when we found out that this had
That's
happened.
correct. Yes. No. Yes. A week ago. Right.
Yeah. A week ago, when we found all this out and she admitted it, she did give us proof of her, sent us screenshots of her PayPal and her Cash App.
While I was live to prove that I'm not fabricating them, or while you guys were on the phone, because I felt that you can't trust me, and I get that. So I did that while I was on the phone. I tried to show the video. I think it was kind of a blur, but I did send them as much as I could. Not that it makes it any better, but for transparency, because I can't be trusted. So, I mean, I couldn't, I get that. But they had no idea prior to, correct?
I just also want to say that the trust was there. We, even as the mods tried to help financially with things here and there, people requesting refunds from Sue, we would pitch in our own money to help her. So it's more than just, fundraising and things like that. We have supported and helped her in many different ways personally, that because we did trust what she was saying. So
yes, the authorities and the FBI have been contacted.
Hold on. Darla, we did. That's why it took us a week to go public. We were told that an advocate was stepping in and the advocate was going to pay the money for her, and then the advocate backed away. And at that point, we felt that there was really nothing else we could do. And I'm sorry to say, but at this point, I can't trust that the money will be sent at all. And that's just me being completely 100% honest.
I would hope, I would, yeah, and I understand that. There's really nothing that I can do or say until the money's there, which will be next Friday. So unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a wait, but I am doubling all the money raised.
Sue, can you explain to them about the Cash App thing? I think some people are saying that they're blocked or whatever have you. I think you said something happened.
Cash App may have, I think I got an email. Cash App pulled down my account thinking it was fraudulent because of all the refund requests. So if you paid via Cash App, we have receipt of that. I have received that, as do the mods here. But send me an email, because I am taking over it. I do not expect them to do anything else. They've done more than enough. Sue at sweetgracemarketing.com. And by next Friday, everyone will be refunded that has requested a refund. If you did receive an item and you paid for it, that may be a little bit different depending on how you request your refund. But I'm trying to make everybody whole and right as possible.
So can you type your email in for the people they're asking, please?
Yeah. It's .com. I know that I can't if I.
Right.
Yes. most everyone has received. If you haven't received anything, if you haven't received the order that you paid for, send me an email. The mods were able to gather up the items that I had not sent and get them sent out.
We went to Sue's house. We sent someone to Sue's house to pick up a box, and we shipped out 31 items that were not sent out to people. And no, not everything has been sent out. Not everyone has gotten the things that they've ordered. But we went and got the box and sent 31 items and spent our money to ship those.
How am I going to match it if I had to steal? I am selling my property, my home. And it's a cash sale that closes Friday.
I would
I will have proof of everything come Friday because there's no other proof I can send currently. I mean, I can send, I don't know.
Yeah, I read the list earlier of all the items that were shipped. If people weren't here, if you need me to read it again, I can, but they should be.
If you paid Venmo, that means you paid through PayPal. You just paid with your Venmo. So do request the case through PayPal.
No, I'll turn it off. Guys, I just want to say something.
You're talking to them?
No, I'm talking to nurse was here. You don't know what is going on in other people's lives, and there is so much more to be worried about in this world than this. Sue has apparently admitted what she did and is going to make it right. Now, I'm not saying that we should trust her in the future, but you guys are focusing on the wrong things. As long as her family gets the money and Sue makes effort to get help that she needs, focus on the good things that we've done and the good friends that we've made here. That's all.
Thank you, Paradise.
Casey, can you address the emails?
Thank you, Paradise. Love you.
People were saying they've sent emails and didn't get a response back. Can you address that?
Emails were deleted.
Permanently deleted, not just in the trash can deleted, permanently deleted so they could not be recovered. We did attempt to recover.
We tried to respond to every email that we saw, and the mods that had access had tried our best to respond, and emails were deleted from the email. Yes, Michelle.
And I don't have your credit card information. It was through PayPal. And
people
refunds,
who are sending emails
done by Friday.
People who were sending emails about items that they had not received, emails like that were what was being deleted.
From the trash can too.
Yes. And we had auctions where we auctioned off donated items, actually on TikTok Live. She also ran the Etsy store that was once on the family's Justice for Mica page. And all of that money is what we are discussing. Money from auctions, the Etsy money. She also made resin items that she sold. She made some bracelets that she also sold to people on TikTok Live that ordered them, and all of that money was supposed to go to the family. All the proceeds were supposed to go to the family.
And
Yes, they were.
honestly, the reason the auction stopped was because we wanted to make sure she got out all her stuff from the previous auctions before we did anything else. And in that time is when we found out all of this.
Custom items as well. I don't know who just said that. The chat is moving really fast, but yes, custom items. She did state that the custom items that she was making, that she would donate the proceeds to the family as well.
But she didn't include that in any of the spreadsheets.
No.
But it's in the PayPal that I sent. All the invoices are in there for all of the custom items.
The invoices are there, but the spreadsheet that you sent to the family that had a list of everything that was made to go to them, it was not included.
I went on a video and had them watch me download the spreadsheet from PayPal and Cash App and email it live or whatever, so they could half trust it, I guess. I don't know how else to explain that. But I have no credit card information or ways to charge anyone's cards or anything crazy like that. Yes, paperwork has been filed or reports have been made against me. Right. But everyone should also receive their items. Again, if you haven't, please send me an email. Venmo. Okay, if you paid through Venmo, I don't have a Venmo. I've never had a Venmo. If you paid through Venmo, it means that you had a PayPal invoice and that's the way that you chose to pay.
Who is
so
echoing?
You would need to go through PayPal. Even if you paid through Venmo, you just go through PayPal. I don't blame you for not believing me.
The vaporizing daytime coffee making stuff you had power through.
I changed my name and it takes like 30 days or something to change it back. 7 days, I don't know. But I'm here now, attempting to be accountable. And the comments are going fast. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep up. Items are still being sent out. The mods were able to send out 30 items that hadn't been shipped out. I had shipped out many before that, but they picked up the pieces after I lied. And they were able to figure out what was what.
Yeah, the family knows that we were not responsible for this.
Yes, I have spoken to the family and taken fault, as I should, and let them know that Casey, none of them had any idea. I was brutally honest with them. And
Britt, do you know if Victoria's bracelet was in there that you mailed out? Or the 31
it
things?
should have been in there. I believe it was made.
Not in the stuff that Brett sent out.
No, I don't
My outside does not. My camera is on, y'all. I don't know here. I'm outside. Sorry, there's no lights outside where I'm at.
I'm going to read the names again of the items that I shipped out.
I'll be inside in a minute.
Just for everybody coming in late. I'm only reading first name.
Can y'all go inside, please? No, my
This is
Cash
also
App is
names
not
of the
working.
only stuff that we
Shut the door, baby.
received, which is not everything.
Right.
If you paid via Cash App, send me an email and I will add to the list of everyone that I'm refunding on Friday.
All right, I'm going to read these names off again.
They shut my Cash App down. I can't create another one.
Like I said, I only sent out what
I have not done
had.
similar scams for money. What? Me? No. About a little boy. What? Kimberly, I'm not sure. I think you're confusing me or you're talking about something else. Sorry.
Truly true time. You are incorrect. Everyone on panel is not responsible. I'm so sorry that you are misguided and misunderstood on that, but we had no access to the funds. This was not our responsibility. We had no access to funds. We did not bring up the idea to fundraise. Sue is solely responsible for it all.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to read the names real quick. Cassandra, Sophie, Gwen.
Wait, what do you mean, Ann? Angelita told you what? I'm sorry, I missed the comment. I'm trying
Hold
to
on,
keep
Sue. I'm going to read everybody's names because
Sue, can you hold on and let Brittany read the
Let me
names,
go.
please?
Gwen, Tammy, Melissa, Tanya, Stacy, Chelsea, Teresa, Brenda, Candace, Dana, Karen, Michelle, Megan, Valerie, Morgan, Jen, Genevieve, Amy, Amber, Chana, Sandy, Leslie, DJ, Carly, Heather, Sarah, Rebecca, Shannon, and Candace. All right, that's all that I have. And if I didn't read your name off, I'm only reading first names just due to privacy. And if your name wasn't on there, and even if your name was on there and you didn't get all the items that you had ordered, contact Sue.
You can also file IC3 complaint with the FBI.
I blocked truly true crime time because that person is a troll and they're just coming in here to run their mouth. If they really wanted to know info, they would ask before they would say such hateful things. So they're gone. Anne said something about Angelita, but I'm not sure what she meant. Okay, thank you, Anne. You're muted, Sue.
Sorry, the kids are here with me. Yeah, I was honest with the family and confessed. Because I felt it was right to do that. Well, absolutely, had to happen. And let them know when I would be sending the money. Yeah, I'm actually staying in the home after I sell it until next summer. Yeah, the money's going to be given to the family, and I'm doubling it from my own pocket. Not that it makes it better, because it doesn't. Cash App shut it down. I have no idea, Heather. I guess because there were so many requests on fraud or scam or whatever. Did I only confess? Yes, because I always felt when I was in the middle of what I was doing, I felt that I'd be able to put the money there and send it before it was a problem. And that was my first mistake. Well, my first mistake was lying and everything else I've done. I have apologized to all the mods, but again, I don't blame them if they don't want to accept it. I am not lying about my house. This was never my intention. I would not, if I would have intended to steal people's money, I wouldn't have made products to make and take time and money to make them and all of the other things like that. Was never what I got into this to do. And it happened, and I have to own up to it because it's not right. And I just trying to clear Casey and the mods' names because they've done nothing but hey baby, they've done nothing but support me and do more than they should. Just even giving me this ability to come on here and speak and talk to everybody and answer questions. Stop, baby. Yes, I have a cash buyer Friday. I have a lot of equity in the house, and I'm in a desirable area. I'm taking way less than I need to, but it doesn't matter. I want it right. I want my wrongs. I want the money sent to the family, plus I'm doubling it. Ollie, please, honey, stop for a second. So me and my kids are staying here until she graduates, and then I'm one thing at a time. I am sorry. I am beyond. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't sorry. I don't think. I don't know. I'm just trying to let everybody know that it was me 100%. If I serve time, that's on me. Thank you. I mean, if I deserve to serve time, that is what it is. I mean, you know what I mean? I can't, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that that's not. I have never been married. No, I had my kids on my own. With the number of refunds, if it was a donation flat out, which there weren't that many of them, but if there was a donation flat out, if that's refunded, then you need to send that money to the family. But if you received a product, then it's either, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure yet. I haven't, I don't know. I'm working on that. I got to have it ready by Friday so I can send the money.
Sue, I just want to jump in here real fast if I can. I really appreciate you taking responsibility for your actions and exonerating Casey and her group. She came and brought all of us together for a very specific reason, for justice for Mica. And Mica was abused in every single way possible. So I feel like every time we said justice for Mica, I just want people to know that we meant it. We mean it. And that this is the family having to go through this on top of everything else. I cannot imagine. And I pray that you get help, and I pray that it changes your whole life and heart, and you have beautiful kids that deserve a mom that is truthful and honest and all the things that you said you were going into this. I think you want to be that, and I really hope that that's what happens, because this family has been talked about, degraded, abused. It's just heartbreaking that this particular cause could be used in any way as a fraud. It's hard. It's disheartening. Um, I appreciate you taking responsibility. I really do hope that you make it right for them and for Casey's platform, because if anyone knows Casey, they have to realize that she is authentically herself and she speaks her mind, but she has a heart of gold, and she has done nothing but try to give back and help the family in the best way possible. And all these people came together to do the same. So we've got to get back on track for why we all came here, why we all love Mica, and why we aspire to make change. So thank you for letting me talk, and I'm gonna jump back down, but I want everyone to trust this platform because it is full of beautiful people. And if you've heard bad things, just get to know them, and you'll realize it's not true. No one's perfect, but all this blame should not be going at Casey's platform. Just shouldn't. She had no clue that there wasn't an accountant, that there wasn't, that you were not using the funds for what you said. So thank you for telling everyone that it's not the mod's fault.
She has one on my hair.
And we fell in love with your little girls, and we will be praying for your little girls.
Thank you.
Okay,
Yes,
well, I'm
ma'am.
going to jump down. Thanks, guys. I love all of you. And
Thank you, Jen. I love you.
Yeah, I would normally not have this conversation in front of my children. However, she's by my side right now, and I was outside, and everybody wanted me to come inside to see my face, so I'm out here now. Yeah. The
Who is
18-year-old.
Casey? How dare you?
Casey, how dare you? What? Casey had nothing to do with this. Who is saying that?
Casey, you're allowing her to receive gifts. Where's the money going?
What?
Allowing who to receive gifts? What are you talking about?
We have no control over
I
that,
have
Casey.
no control over what TikTok allows people to do on this platform as far as sending gifts to people that are on panels. So I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about, but I can't stop that from happening.
Oh. You don't have to send me gifts. Please send them to someone else. Yes, baby.
Yeah, it's a troll account.
Where's the money for the purple shirts? Any money, any items from Etsy were sent automatically. The profits from that will be sent to the family next Friday. I did not send them when I said I would. And then I am doubling the money sent out of my pocket because I did not appropriate the funds as I said I did. And it's not in any way making it right. I don't know. I felt it necessary to to make it a little bit, I don't know. Nothing makes it better.
Are you done crucifying her? She admitted to it, and you're letting her go against her attorney?
I am
can't
sitting here on
control
my
what
own
an adult
accord.
does. She agreed to come on here to,
on my own accord,
to be honest and to address all of the people who donated their money. If you're talking about me, I've not said anything hateful or negative to Sue today, yesterday, any days, ever. So,
Lady Trey, how you gonna come in here as Casey? How dare you and act that way? Like, honestly, you're the only one that's been in here doing that.
I think you know it's wrong. It's not wrong. This is Sue's doing. Sue was asked if she wanted to come on here and tell, and she agreed to it. So, it's not.
I mean, it's the least I can do is owning up. I mean, you know, when you've wronged somebody or someone or lots of people or whatever, the first thing you can do is own up to it. I get.
They're gone. Sorry. Can't.
And this, I mean, I'm grateful that they're letting me up here to speak. Yes, I will show all proof that the money was sent. I've also talked to the family and let them know when to expect it. I never blamed the family. What? Huh?
she's talking about when you said that the money wasn't sent because they didn't have the bank account for the nonprofit.
That was the truth at the time. I mean, the truth was they didn't have the bank account for the nonprofit. That was not a lie, but I didn't have the money to send at the time. So it was a lie.
Okay, Lady Trey has requested to come on panel. I'm going to allow you to come up on panel, but if you be negative or hateful to me or any of the mods on here, I will block you. This is your last chance to be respectful to me, my live, and my mods. If you're rude, I will block you.
And also, there's also another person that does the shirts. So there was some that were ordered on Etsy that was from Sue, but there's also another one, and I think it's a local organization.
Yeah. The purple shirts are not Sue.
Right.
The purple shirts with the white writing are not Sue.
And the Etsy was just FYI. The Etsy was hands-off. So all Etsy orders they're done. You should have received the items and all of that. Okay, who am I? Message me, email me at sue@sweetgracemarketing.com, and I will figure out where your shirt. I have one shirt that came back undelivered or undeliverable or something, but I don't know your real name to know if that's you. Just send me a message, please, or send me an email. Don't send messages. It's hard for me to keep up on all the platforms. I've tried to remove social media so I can focus on me and getting better and whatever. And figure it's all out, so.
It wasn't a Diana, though. That one you...
No, it wasn't a Diana. I don't have a Diana. Yeah, email. I'll type it out. Hold on. Sorry, I need new glasses. I can't see shit.
Lady Trey, I accepted you to get on panel. It showed that you were on panel, but it wouldn't load. So if you would like to come up again, you can request again.
We didn't have purple shirts.
No. The purple shirts was another company.
So yeah, the Southern GM Etsy shop, it's been shut down for a while, but it's there. I mean, that was the shop that,
Yeah, Panther's fine, y'all.
That's okay, Pam. The panel is not too full. There's a spot open, and she requested and I accepted, and she was up on the panel, but it just showed it loading, and then she went away. So if she would like to request again, she's more than welcome to. If anyone else wants to come up on panel, you're more than welcome to as well.
And like I said in the beginning, when we started talking, we all defended Sue. Even, you know, when people were coming out and saying she was a fraud, we all defended her because we believed what she was telling us was the truth. Not until we actually had proof in our eyes with a fabricated email is when we no longer believed it. And that's when she admitted.
I mean, yeah, that's correct. If you're missing an item, please email me.
Tina wants to know, when should she expect her bracelet?
You'll have to email me so I can look that up.
Yeah, Tina, I don't see your name unless you go by something else. I don't see a Tina on my list of items that were shipped out. If you're missing a bracelet, then email Sue.
Yes, please email me everything. I've got everything. Let's see.
And it wasn't just, I mean, mods is
No,
with.
I'm not coming up with double the money. I am selling my home and a cash buy.
No, there's nothing going on with Panther, y'all. She's fine. She was in the comments earlier.
She's been sick for like 2 weeks. Rubber bracelets were never sent out. I never got mine either.
Those will all be refunded. And if you want to donate the money refunded to the family, they have set up their own direct Zephy link.
There she goes. Panther's back.
Can I do this by myself?
Sure. There she is, y'all.
I am alive. I am well, people of the page. I'm just sitting in the comments. So you haven't apologized to me, which is fine. I don't need one and I don't want one. I'm just going to say I'm totally disappointed. Get your addiction taken care of. It is one day at a time. Remember that. Okay? Just remember that. You need to be honest with yourself before you could be honest with anybody else. All right? And I want you to think of your kids. That's all I got to say, guys. I'm going to step down now.
Love you, Panther.
I agree, Patriot.
I do have remorse. I'm just trying to keep this as black and white as it can be. because I came on here not to gain empathy by crying or being a mess. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I'm a grown adult. I need to own up to my mistakes. I've cried plenty, I assure you, more than, but I'm trying to be respectful of the situation and leave emotions at the door. But I am very remorseful. If I wasn't remorseful, I wouldn't be here. If I wasn't remorseful, I wouldn't be trying to make it right. If I wasn't remorseful, I wouldn't be willing to lose my home to make it right. Not lose my home. I mean, whatever. I'm going to stay here. At the end of the day, I'm doing all that I can. It has been a very challenging week for every single one of these mods because even though I wronged them in more ways than one, they still have stepped up to the plate to help me. And I'm not going to sit here and I don't know. I'm a fucking mess. And I mean, you may not see it here right now, but there's been mods that have heard my low, and it's been low. But I feel like if I sat here and I cried and I boo-hooed and pitiful me, it's not that. I'm not here for that. I deserve whatever you guys are saying about me, feel about me. And I got to be a big girl and take it. I'm trying. Doesn't mean that when I hang up this, when I stop the call, that my emotions won't come flooding back. It is what it is. But just trying to be respectful of the situation and not gain sympathy. I don't want the sympathy. I don't need it. I mean, I don't deserve it.
No, Gabby, it was the mods that caught it.
Thanks for letting me come up, guys. I just wanted to come up and say hi to everybody. Sue, I'm sorry that you're going through this, and I feel bad for the kids. I don't know exactly what's going on, but you're in my thoughts and in my prayers. I've always appreciated everything that you did, and this is kind of, I don't even want to say that it's not shocking, but it's still shocking. But I am sending love and prayers to you and your journey going forward. And I just wanted to say hi to everybody because I know how hard everybody, all the mods and stuff, have worked endlessly behind the scenes doing stuff. And that, I appreciate everything that they've done. And I just wanted to say hi.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kitty Biscuits.
Am I in a safe mental state? Today I have been. I was not, which is why I had a crisis interventionist help for a day or two, and then, it is what it is. She's also a friend, so. But I am seeking help as the best way that I know how. But my mental state right now, today, has been okay. I don't know. But I know enough to know when I'm not okay. But again, it's not about me. I just came on here to alleviate any wrongdoing on the Casey or her mods. Because they had no idea. And I lied to them when they had an idea. I am seeking help.
Keep asking what the addiction is. Multiple people are asking. They're also asking about Angela and if you lied about that as well.
There's several addictions. I'm trying to look at the comments.
So, I've come in late for this whole thing, and I'm so torn. I mean, I feel so bad for Casey, but I can't. I know you've got to be going through something for this. You know, I know that. So I also feel bad for you. You know, Casey's page. We all love Casey's. Casey's page is going to be fine. I know that because she's got everybody that we love Casey. I want you to be fine though too. You've got to be fine for them children. So please just get yourself some help. And I mean, I will be praying for you. And I always loved you. You were always so fun on panel and stuff. And just get your head on straight. And I love you, Casey. That's all I want to say, and I still don't know how to take myself down, Casey.
I love you. Thanks for coming up.
The money will be to the family next Friday, and I've let them know. I'm doubling it. And they have filed reports and locally and with the FBI. So I've got that to consider.
Angie keeps asking the same question over and over about if your relationship was real.
My relationship with
Angela.
No. Okay, I don't.
Well, Sue, I understand that's difficult for you, and that's why you've hidden your face, but you have to understand that you used Angela and you told everyone publicly about Angela, and I don't think that question and you owning that is something that is infringing upon anything that you didn't owe people an explanation for, honestly. Had you not made that relationship so public, I don't think people would be questioning you about it.
I need to have the charger.
So does anyone else have any more questions?
I can hop down so somebody else can come up. I don't
My
know.
kids are safe.
Green eyed. Knows that she's up here or not.
I'm not disappearing. Yes, I'm sober now. What?
That's a valid question.
And I've answered it. Yes, I am sober now. I agree, Beck, 100%. And my kids are safe. I know that's come up multiple times. No matter what happens, my kids will be safe. I am currently in an outpatient, and I have meetings a couple times a week. But no, I have not stolen or scammed anyone before in this magnitude. I mean, I'm sure I have. I don't really. I mean, I've never done anything. I never set out with malintent on situations like this. No.
Sue, can you hear me?
I can.
I want to talk to you. And I know there's a lot of people on here listening, but I just want to talk to you. I know you're struggling. And I know that probably right now you don't know which way's up, down, sideways. And I'm sorry. Because I don't know what you've been through. I don't know what your pain is. But I know it had to have been bad. Addiction's hard. And it makes us do some really crappy ass stuff. And it makes us hurt people that we wouldn't hurt anytime. And I know that. This is my baby. And I haven't been here with you people for a while because I've been struggling, not with addiction, but because I had to bury my baby. This is my baby.
I'm so sorry.
This is her urn.
Mm-hmm.
And I just lost her. She was 38 years old.
So sorry.
To addiction. And she was beautiful. Beautiful. But she couldn't give up the pills. And your babies need you. They need you. And I don't know what your addiction is. But hers wasn't always the pills. Hers started out simple. You are worthy. And your babies love you and they need you. And every day, just take a step. Even if it's just a little shuffle forward. Just move forward. And it's going to be okay. It really is. And all of this, yes, people are hurt. Ugh. Sorry about that. And people are disappointment, but that will heal. But you need to take care of you too. Taking care of you is going to take care of those babies. And just love yourself. Forgive yourself. Get the treatment. Get help. Please. Please.
I am. I'm so sorry.
I can see it. I can see it in your face. I could see it. It's obvious. I'm looking at you and your eyes and the way when you were responding to comments. It's the same look I would get from this girl, from my baby. It's not fair. But I can tell you, it won't be fair for your babies either to lose their mom. You made a mistake. That's forgivable. But how are your children going to forgive you if you don't get clean and sober. The addiction is what got you to make those bad decisions. Those bad decisions didn't have, that's what got you to do that. Crying doesn't mean that it's making other people have sympathy. It's showing that you have remorse and empathy and compassion, and that you actually have feelings.
I do, I promise. I'm just trying not to.
I can tell you there have been many nights we've sat on here and we've laughed and we've cried and we yelled and we've done more crying and more laughing and dancing and struggled. And we yelled. and we've yelled and we've probably all done it all. So it isn't like we haven't done it. It isn't like we haven't seen each other at our best, at our worst, at our highest, and at our lowest. So right now is no different. And there's 270 people in here, and we're all here supporting each other. And that's a family. That makes us family. And I don't know how often you get told this, but you're loved. You really are loved, and you are so worthy of so much more than you think you are. You owe it to yourself. Do right by you. Do right for you. Set that example. Be the best mama. Be the best woman that you can be. Be that inspiration for those babies. Because I can see it. I know you're there. Okay?
I will.
And with that, ladies, that's all I got to say. I love y'all. I'm sorry
Thank
I've been
you.
away, but my heart's been struggling.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Sorry, and you
All
are
right.
so beautiful, and thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I'm going to step down, and I'm here. I'm listening.
We appreciate you.
Love you.
Love you.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi.
Hello.
This was all hard to hear tonight. But Sue, I just want to throw out a suggestion. I know come Friday is going to be a good day. It's going to relieve a lot of pressure from you. But I just want to let you know, if you don't trust yourself, a lot of money is going to come into your account. And I'd hate for you to fall back and do something. So if you have somebody to reach out to, that you know that money is not going to go towards another addiction or put you back in the state that you were in, it's okay. It's okay to not trust yourself. You know that you've never done this before. And you know that it's hurt a lot of people and it's hurt yourself, and I'm sure your family. But don't let that be a pressure on you, that if you're feeling low, that you would turn to that money for an addiction. And I pray for you. I pray for your girls. And there's a lot of people still on this platform that if you need to reach out, you still have friends.
And that's one of the things Casey brought up, or that the mods, I don't know if it was Casey that said it, but someone said it on the call, that if you were facing foreclosure, why wouldn't you have just said something? We could have helped. And that broke me to a point, because it doesn't matter. Like, it just goes to show the people that I had surrounded myself with are good people, and I fucked that up.
And you know that it was true. We would have been right there for you.
I know.
Just like I got in my car and I drove 3 hours just to try to help this situation. Because we cared about you and still care about you.
We do.
But I know today has to feel a little different, because now everybody knows, and it's a lot put on you. I saw your eyes reading comments and your mouth open, but nothing came out. And I know that what you felt before is a little different than now. But people make mistakes, and people overcome addictions. And you are a good mom. You brought two girls into this world that you adore, and we saw that.
Well, technically one, but yeah. One's adopted, sorry. I was just being...
But you treat her as your own, you know?
Of course I do. Absolutely.
And we saw that, you know, like, we know that you're a strong woman. You came in with power and wanting to do a good thing. And that was your intention. And if it wasn't, we never thought that it wasn't. But temptation got to you. And I mean, I don't know what the money went towards, but all I know is that you can repair this. But I pray that when the money comes into your hands, and like I said, if you don't feel strong enough, like, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody and ask for a power of attorney. You can change that over. But if you don't trust yourself, it's okay not to trust yourself. That's a lot of money that you're going to come into. And I would just pray that it only helps you to move forward. And like you said, step by step, day by day. Not every day is an easy day, and not every day is an easy day for somebody who's not an addict. Everybody struggles. But you do have two beautiful girls that you need to put everything into. Because I lost my mom, and I lost her when I turned 30. And I can't tell you that it's any easier than if I was younger. I would give anything to have an argument with my mom today, if that was just me talking to her. And you miss out on so much. And I'd hate for those girls to miss out because you are a beautiful, strong woman that's just made a mistake. So I just wanted to come on here and tell you that I'm praying for you.
Thank you.
And if you ever need anything, just reach out. And even once you're off of here and you feel that you're in a good spot, just throw somebody a message that you're okay. And I'm sure the word will be spread around. I love you all. I gotta go to bed because I gotta wake up early. But
thank you.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna end it now.
Casey, hang on. Is it okay if I? Sorry, I've been waiting a second.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Okay. Hey, Stu. I'm pretty sure you know. I think I've told about my brother, and he's in recovery, 11 years from the H word. But I don't know if we can say it on the platform. That's really why I'm here. But I understand some addiction and some of that as a sister. The reason I kept asking about the relationship, though, and that's why I'm up here, is because I think I mentioned to you guys that I was closeted for 39 years of my life. I think 39 about that. I'm still not very out, but I am bi. And seeing you talk about that relationship and thinking that was so cool and oh my gosh, that's so neat, and that to find out that was fake, that hurt me. So I just wanted to tell you that. I don't want to make you feel bad, but I also want to express how this has affected me. You're a snowball. So
I'm sorry. I never, and it doesn't matter. I'm sorry.
Thank you. That means a lot to me. I appreciate it.
And you still be my snowball if you want. I just won't be around much here for a while.
Hey, you know what? I do wish the best for you, and I know that you're strong and you can fight this. I don't mean fight against people. You know what I mean? The fight against the addiction and the struggles that you're having, and you can come out ahead on this, and you can heal.
Thank you, Angie.
And it starts with taking accountability.
Right. I'm trying.
So, and just keep in mind, words are cheap. Actions are what's going to show.
My words ain't even cheap, girl. They're like in the negative.
Mm-hmm.
They mean nothing, and I know that.
But don't forget also that talking bad about yourself and putting yourself down doesn't help heal anything.
I know, but it's the truth. I mean, I've lied so much to this point. My words don't mean a whole lot. And I've tried. I mean, there's only so much I can do.
But hey, Sue, let me tell you this. Beating yourself up and doing that kind of, and having that kind of reaction takes away from the actual apology.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. The beating yourself up part. The apology is good, but beating yourself up, saying I'm a horrible person, it turns it around. It turns it around and makes us comfort you.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that.
No,
I'm not here for sympathy. That's why I turn my camera off, because I don't need y'all to see me crying or being upset or.
Hey, it's okay. I'm just telling you.
I appreciate it.
And I don't want you to go in the depths of despair, because you can turn this around if you want to. Okay?
And I will.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
If you want to message me, I'm here.
Okay.
All right. I got to hop down though, because I'm still doing work at 7:45 on a Friday. But thanks everybody for giving me the time. And thank you, Sue, for coming up and
thank you,
saying
Angie.
what you said, okay?
Another Lisa Richards, Lord. I mean, I hope and pray that I don't get that crazy.
Sue, I just want to say that I really considered you a friend, somebody that I could trust. And hearing some of the things that you're saying up here today and not being 100% truthful is hurting. And the fact that we prayed and hoped that that money would get to the family and it never did, and it probably never will. My hope is that it will get there, but I don't think it's going to be possible for it to get there. And you said something to the fact when somebody asked you if you've done this before, you said not to this magnitude. So you have done this before then.
Okay, my answer to that was I don't really know. I've never like set out to steal or fraud or whatever. And I didn't even with this situation. However, you know, I've never been faced with what I was faced with. Not that it makes it any different, but I've never, when I said in this magnitude, I just meant like maybe I stole, $1. I don't know. I've never set out and stolen money or used a fundraiser in any way other than to raise the funds for the fundraiser. It was intentional, but that's not what I set out to do. I didn't set out to fraud people. It was not my intent. If I were intentionally to set out and do something like that, I would, number one, I don't think I'd be here to like own up to it and say it was me, I did it, whatever. Number two, I don't think I would spend time and money to make material items. But I mean, I'm not saying I'm right or wrong. I'm just saying there's better ways to be a thief and a fraud than to create custom items to send out and all. I mean, I'm just saying I don't know. I have no leg to stand on, and it's just I should stop now, to be honest.
But you basically said you never did it to this magnitude before, which is basically saying you've done this before.
I've never done this before.
Okay. And then you continued like asking the mods, oh, can you help me out with $1,000 so I could cover the Etsy shop? And we all gave you that money. Then you were saying you were needing money for an attorney because you were going to put people out for slander and it's going to cost you $10,000. And you were trying to get us to give you more, trying to insinuate that you needed more money from the mods. And I'm glad that myself nor nobody else did. I feel stupid for giving you the money that I did give you, and which I probably will never see back. But you need to let people know that your addiction is not basically alcohol. Because there are people out there that really have bad addictions and have true addictions.
Abel's in the comments. So sad and disappointing. Yes, it is, Abel, and I'm so sorry.
Lady Stone, did you want to speak?
Yes, I do. Can you guys hear me? Yes. Okay. Well, first of all, I just wanted to say comments can be taken coming off mean when you can't hear someone's tone of voice. So I wanted to be compassionate with what my comments were saying because they weren't trying to come out in a rude way. But right is right and wrong is wrong. And yes, she is standing up and admitting, and that is a very good thing to do. And it's a very hard thing to do. But as someone who, Mica was at my baptism, Mica planned my wedding, Mica bought me my first Bible. This is personal to me because everyone on the panel, everybody was supporting you. And just to find that this happened is just disappointing. And As a recovering addict myself, I have been sober for 14 years now. Just to see the length that it got to is very sad, and I hope that you can control your addiction and get the help you need and keep your baby safe. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, Cassie. Casey, I got it. Sorry.
You got it. That's okay.
Well, thank you. There's some comments about some ladies GoFundMe. I'm not 100% sure what's going on.
You asked us for donations to your friend's GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't in charge of that, though.
I think My Freckle Journey wants to say something as well.
Hey, and it's honestly not urgent. I keep getting message to come over here. I apologize. My anxiety is really high. I was in the emergency room all night, so I'm just like really tired. So if I don't speak well, please understand like where my heart's coming from. I also don't know everything that was talked about, so I don't want to repeat anything that maybe was already discussed. So if it's already been discussed, just let me know. It sounds like there's a couple of things going on from what I understand, which is, one, bringing to light what happened with the funds, but then also there being a lot of compassion for someone that is struggling in whatever way it is. And to that, I have a mom that's an addict, and I don't know what Sue's addiction is, but I do know that people do things that they maybe wouldn't do. And if there's going to be ownership and rectification, I definitely have forgiveness and hope that that is what happens for the family, so that they can get what people thought that the money was going to. And definitely do encourage anyone that is struggling with mental health or any type of substance to always reach out. And then when you're stable enough to make amends with people, but making sure that you're stable is the utmost importance. And then just in general, because I know that like there's just been what? Oh, just in general, like, because I do want to clarify, I know that sometimes things are said at different times. I feel like I only personally ever got upset because I felt like when we were asking that as a team, everyone was really frustrated and was very defensive and of Sue, which, I get, as if you think you're friends with someone, you feel like you can trust what they're saying. I think it may have hurt people's feelings when they were told it was nobody's business. And I just want to speak for myself that it did hurt my feelings, and I felt like I had to back away. And I just wanted to clarify that. I don't have like hate in my heart for anyone. I've just felt very like frustrated and defeated by a lot of things that have been going on. And I just want y'all to know that, that I hope, like, with the perspective too of like people sharing their experiences tonight with whether it's addiction, and it doesn't even have to be substance, like people struggle with a lot of things. And just, remembering really at the heart of all this, like why we all know each other right now is because of Mica and the deep connection of like our own experiences and how that ties us to her. And then now just the devastation that's going on in our own state, or at least, you know, with neighboring states. Like, I just hope we can all just like regroup and just let's move forward in kindness. Like, I really, you know, everyone that's frustrated and upset, I totally get it. If she follows through on her promise and people get their refunds or their items, we should just move forward. I think those that were closer to Sue, you know, they need to deal with their feelings and what was done to them, which was, I think it sounds like, was on a much deeper level than some of us who were just, you know, yes, we put out money, but it sounds like there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that's caused a lot of hurt. And I hope that, you know, that's something that we allow them to process, you know, with each other. That's all. I know that was a lot of words and may not have made sense, but I just really want everyone to be okay at the end of the day.
Thank you for all of that. I do want to address the comment about saying that it was nobody's business. I feel like that was a comment that I made during a live where there was a particular, I can't remember exactly who it was, but I feel like there was a particular troll that was in the comments questioning things. And it was never in a sense to say it was not your business. It was, there were questions that were being asked about detailed amounts of where it was, how much money was spent. There were details that I didn't know because Sue wasn't giving us that info. But there was also I'm trying to find the best way to say this. There were situations with the fundraising that, because of the lawsuit that was going on, I was not sure how much that we could admit or tell publicly. And I didn't feel that it was right for me to give certain personal conversations and info about the family. And when I remember when I said it, I never said it in a hateful way. I said it in a, more, if it was at all directed towards anyone, it was directed towards that in particular person who was being very hateful. And I hate that that got misconstrued because it was never my intention to say it was not people's business. If I felt that way, I would have never gotten on this live tonight and wanted to tell everyone. I would have, you know, washed my hands of this a long time ago. So I do want to just apologize for whatever misunderstanding there was with that. And we did defend her. There was some defensiveness of Sue and what we had been told and the lies that we had been told. So there was a defensiveness in the sense that every time we would reach out to her, we would get lies from her about situations, and we believed her. We believed everything that she said, and so we did defend her. And I do apologize for that, even though I didn't know what was going on. I do apologize to everyone who I defended her to, because if I would have known anything differently, and the moment I knew, we told the family. The moment I knew, the moment we knew, we scrounged together what we could do to try and rectify the situation, to make sure that people got what they needed and made sure that we got the family what they needed, info. But I do apologize to anyone who we defended her to. I just wanted to clarify that.
There was a question about when we knew about this, and we knew a week ago. And we were shocked and stunned, just like all of you are right now, hurt, angry, sad. But we also wanted to make sure that the family knew what was going on. There were also some other situations happening with Sue that we wanted to, still things that were being said and told to us, and we were still trying to figure out what was true and what was not. As soon as we knew that we felt in our heart it was the right time to let everybody know, because it is your business, because we were up here on a live in support of the family, and we were under the impression that all of this was going towards the family. And so that was our part in it, and we knew that we needed to make it right, and we knew that we needed to be honest. And we wanted everybody to know what was going on and what was happening. And yeah, and just to take accountability to all of you too. It was only fair that she had the opportunity to apologize to all of you, and for all of you to be able to question or be angry or say the things that you needed to say as well. It was only what was fair and right. And every time I got a question about, in the last couple days, about items or money or whatever, it took everything in me to not say it then. But I knew that we were gonna tell everyone. It was just a matter of the right time. So if that was said, it wasn't meant in that way, and we're sorry, because we want transparency. We don't want to hide anything from anybody. And if we didn't give all the information, a lot of times it was to protect the family, or to what we were doing. So yeah, and thank you, Jenny, for coming up here and just clearing that up, and we appreciate that.
I want to address one thing also as well. We found out 1 week ago, and we were told that an advocate had stepped in and was going to donate the money herself. And we just found out, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, but was it yesterday or the day before, that wasn't going to happen? So.
Correct.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So we were holding out. Like there was still someone that stepped in that told us that was going to be paid, and we were waiting for that and waiting for the family to find out and have all the info that they needed before we went public. And it was a couple days ago that we just found out that person was no longer associated with Sue as far as helping her with the money. And then at that point, we got our ducks in a row and did what we needed to do to come on live to tell everyone. Also, I want to address, Tara keeps saying that people knew long ago. What are you referring to? Because none of us knew until a week ago.
There's people that had questioned a lot of things, but no, nobody knew until a week ago. When other people were trying to accuse this, we did defend Sue, because at that time we believed Sue when she came to us and told us stories of what was going on. Now we clearly see that you guys that thought this from the beginning were right, and we acknowledge that you guys were, and we were blinded by that at the time. You said you knew, and people I knew. So you knew this for a fact? Because we didn't. Nobody knew.
Yeah, and I think, and that's where, when people are working together as a group, and that's where, when people are working together as a group, if that you trust is telling the truth, when you are defending that truth and believing what they're saying, it probably comes across as that you actually did know all the inner workings of what was going on. And so that may be like why they're wondering or asking. Because I definitely thought y'all were knew everything. I thought that everyone was able to see what was going on and had proof of everything and right. All of that.
And yeah, and no, everything was sent directly to Sue. We had no hands in it at all.
Mm-mm.
And there were people that started speculating that, fraud was being made, but we did not get confirmation until this week.
Right. And when all of that was going on with people accusing Sue was also when there was other stuff happening. So we just kind of thought people were trying to come after anything for us. And we did believe Sue at the time that she was telling the truth about answering questions for what people were accusing her of at that time. And like we just said too, when we found out last week for sure, we now see that what people were trying to tell us was true. And yes, we do wish we would have looked into it.
Right. And I mean, I want everybody to understand we're still pissed off. We're still hurt. There's still a lot of emotions that we're having to go through because we trusted this person and defended this person multiple times because we did trust them. And so to have to go through this it's a lot.
Yeah. And and I think that may be something like that y'all will have to, again, I don't know if this is already addressed. So if it has been, I apologize. Just like reconciled with some of the people that like, now that it's multi-layered, like some people felt deceived by all of this entirely. Now to find that there was some deceit to you guys, separating like what was what. There was, probably a month ago, I was in a live and a few of us were saying we hadn't received items, and it was said like anybody saying they didn't receive their item is lying because they've all been sent out. And I was like, I knew for a fact that I hadn't received my items.
Right.
And I was like, and I'm definitely not lying either. And I didn't appreciate saying that I was lying.
And I agree with you, Jenny. I do, because we were getting information behind the scenes of otherwise, and we were getting it from someone we trusted. Now, that doesn't mean we weren't following up with her and hounding her for every single thing. We had no records, and we were begging her for records of everything ordered. If you recall, she would come up on the live, and we wouldn't even know behind the scenes what she was doing, and she would offer bracelets. And people would start ordering bracelets, and we had no idea where, it all went through her. She would say, everybody email me and pay me. And so we trusted that. And then Sue's phone died. She said she'll be back. So I apologize to everybody that we defended to, because that was one of the things that made us the most angry with her, was that she let us do that. She let us publicly defend her knowing what she had done.
Right. And if people, and I apologize too for defending, and if I ever hurt anyone's feelings, but like if somebody would reach out to us separately and ask about their item, we would go to Sue and be like, hey, has their item been shipped? She would say yes. And we would come back and tell them that. And we hate
or it was out yesterday, or it's out tomorrow, or we were getting, and then it was, oh, the package got lost, or oh, it got returned. And so we got to the point where we're like, we can't give information unless we know what it is. Like we need the true, honest information about where everything is, And so,
right. And understand that us mods still, we were getting the runaround as well. We didn't have, some of the mods still haven't got some of their stuff.
And we were told the same things. It went out today, or whatever the excuses were. And that's when we started realizing too, like, say, Jenny, you would have reached out to me privately and asked about an item. And then I asked Sue, I'd come back to you, tell you, oh, it's out. You should get it here, or it's going out tomorrow. And then 2 weeks later, you reached back out to me and said, hey, I still haven't seen my item or gotten my item. That's when we started being like, okay, you told us it was here or it was sent, and that's when we started all having our suspicions.
Bamboo, it wasn't that she was responsible for it all. It was what she wanted to do and offered to do from the get-go. I'm gonna, and then a lot of the stuff she was selling, she didn't even run by Casey at all. She would just offer it on a live. She came to Casey and said, I want to set up an Etsy. She would come on the live and want to offer all her items. She would show them on the live. These bracelets I'm making, I want to send them out. We would say, you're overwhelmed. Like, we want to help you. How can we help you? We always got, well, it's just much easier for me to do it myself. And we would say, can you send us a spreadsheet of what's been ordered, what's not been shipped? I even offered, I'll make bracelets from my home. Just tell me, what to make. I'll make it. I'll ship it. Like, I'll do it. So, we really tried behind the scenes to try to help and do. And that's why she took all the responsibility, and that's why she's taking the accountability now, is because it was all her idea. She wanted to do it. She accepted all the money. That's it's just truth.
Bavin, do you want to say something? I saw you put your hand in the comment.
Yeah, I just want to say something real quick and I'll jump down. I know that y'all have every reason to be pissed off and everything at Sue. What she did was dirty. But also, do y'all know that there is a person in place to make sure that she's mentally okay, that she's not going to do anything stupid after you get off this live and in the days after? Because
she's in treatment.
Okay, but when she's at home with her kids, when she's by herself at night, when the thoughts are in her head, is there someone that is able to make sure that she makes it through the night to get to treatment the next morning?
Well, we tried to contact her family, and she wouldn't allow us to do that.
Okay. I was just saying, regardless of what she did, her life still matters.
Right.
And
we're always still a message away. She knows she can message us, but we tried to ask her for anybody's contact info to kind of help her. And there was an advocate that was involved, that like we saw her with our own eyes on a video chat. But that person's not helping with the money, but I'm under the understanding that she's still close to Sue. So she has her, and like I said, we asked for, contact info to try and, find help for her or whatever we could do to help as far as that goes. And she wouldn't give us those numbers. So,
Sue's back. I'm going to jump down so she can come back up.
She has Ramona as her interventionist that helped her get into this, because we were concerned about her mental health as well. And we said, we want you to get help. We want you to get healthy. What can we do? And she has this, so it was like the very next day she had this interventionist that stepped in. And as far as I know, she helped her get set up in this treatment program that she's in. We also are still in communication with her as well. And obviously, if this is too much for her mental health, like, she doesn't have to come up here, I think she's back in. She said her phone died and she's back.
I just want to make sure that somebody was, like I said, y'all have every reason to be pissed off, but she still matters. She's still
absolutely
one of God's people. So I just want to make sure that she's still okay throughout the night. That's all. I'll step down now.
We were also very concerned, too, about her kids and everything. And when we spoke to Ramona as well, she assured us that, her kids, she was helping look out for them as well. So I just wanted to let y'all know that too.
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, my phone died. Ollie wants a real phone or something. I don't know what she was hollering. I was trying to help her with one of the old iPhones, and next thing I knew, my phone just gone. So my apologies.
Candace would like to say something. Thanks. I was patiently waiting. I mean, and I've not come in these lives in a long time since this all happened, because I feel in my gut, I saw it happening and spoke out and spoke up, and it was received in an offensive way. And I understand where that came from, but I also have a voice in that I felt we tried to bring it up in the most respectful way, but it wasn't received. And then it became this TikTok war. And this is my first time on TikTok, period. And respect to you, Casey, for getting on live and, it being your first time doing that, and then getting involved in people that attach themselves to you. It's not your fault that happens. And I don't want to come across accusatory, or some of the things I've said, I think, have been received the wrong way, but we all have responsibility in this because we all engaged in it, and we all, yes, believed Sue, and yes, believed what was happening and what we were doing. But there was a point where none of us had a voice anymore, because it became much more about who was yelling at who for what and accusing who of what. And I became frustrated, and I feel like I have to say this, and I it became who's making a video about who, rather than let's addressing where we've spent money, we've given money, and we just want to make sure it goes to what we gave it to go to. I got on TikTok and I said it to a friend of mine. It feels like we're in the like the hip hop wars of TikTok videos, with people making videos about each other. And let's not talk about the relevant issue. People have spent money and we don't know where it's going. And Sue, I'm sorry we're talking about this, and you're at fault in this situation, but people spoke up and they weren't heard. Myself, I'll just say I spoke up, and it became, I was told basically just trust blindly and shut up is how I feel.
Well, and I want to speak on Casey's behalf. Okay, go ahead.
I just specifically for you, and several others. Like, I mean, I love, like, I don't want to dog Sue, but I do want to be honest. And when we would reach out to her and say, this person reached out to us, and she would lie to us and tell us that she responded to said people, and she had actually not responded, or lied to us and said that she had shipped something when she had not shipped something, and she seemed frustrated with these people who were reaching out to her for items or money that she owed them. It was very like we responded accordingly what we thought was the case. So I do apologize for ever coming saying anything to you about Sue already reaching out to you, or Sue had already done this or had already done that, because I was being lied to on the opposite end of things. That's the first thing that I want to address. You're welcome. That's so, like, I mean, that's the first part of that. But I guess I'm a little bit confused about, and maybe you're not talking about me, because videos that are being posted, I don't post any videos about anyone. I don't sit on my lives and talk about anyone. I know there are other people who have made videos about me. I block and move on. I don't engage in it, and I won't engage in it. So, but yes, I will agree that there are quite a few people who have done this back and forth war with videos and lives hating on people. And I'm not kidding. This situation just came about in the last week. So me stepping back had to do with a lot of that, and I won't engage in it. I don't care what someone says about me or thinks of me. I will never post videos about someone else. I will never sit here on a live and bash anyone ever. So, but yes, a lot of that has happened, and it's sad, because we should be coming together as supporters of justice for Mica, and we should be loving each other and supporting each other regardless of whether we agree with each other or not, you know?
And I agree with that. And I feel like I tried to approach it with you, and it became, I posted it in our group chat, and at that point I was mad. It was, I'm not being heard. I'm saying things in lives, and Sue saying, yes, it shipped. Gosh, I'm just busy and hurricane and this, and it shipped. I'm like, okay, well, and then I said what I said in the group chat. But then since then, it still never got addressed. And I understand tonight was enough for me to understand, way bigger than us addressing in a group chat what's going on. But me personally, I was contacted by several people about fraud charges on all of y'all, and said no. I'm just gonna, me personally, it was $80 spent for a cause I'm gonna trust, because honestly, Casey, you said trust, and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna be the crazy girl that's like, I'm gonna report this and demand my items, because they really aren't important. The items are not important. It is principle behind what's happened, and also being a person that has made mistakes. Okay, we've all made mistakes. Y'all took on a really huge undertaking, and no one's a real professional in doing charity work, and y'all did the best you could. I tried to give grace where grace was due, but at a certain point it became...
Casey, you're frozen.
We can hear you, but your face is frozen.
Well, and Candace, I think I remember that day that you commented in there, and Casey went and looked Ian, I'm on the live, son. She went and looked in the emails, and there was no emails in there. However, since then, I think we have figured out that there probably was a lot of emails sent that were deleted prior to Casey seeing it or another mod seeing it.
And that's my point of coming up. I don't speak out a lot, and it's genuinely me saying I was a part of this, but have been a very non-vocal part of this for a long time. And I get it. Y'all all are human, and things happen. And I appreciate coming forward and saying what's happening. There just has to be better channels of us. Like me personally, I'll speak for only myself. Like Casey, I have your back and tried to come to you, but you trusted Sue so much at that point. The blinders were on. There was no coming to you and saying that without being one of the people that I'm on True Crime Re's side or whoever else's side, because I have an opinion about one of your mods that's not favorable.
Well, I mean, in all due respect as well, it was also, people were coming to me when I wasn't responsible for the fundraisers, even though my platform was used, and I helped someone who was responsible with the fundraisers come on, advertise it, to do what they said they were going to do. So, I mean, it definitely was, I was blinded. Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
That's the only way I know to say it.
Right.
But thank you. And I'll jump down because that's really, I have nothing else to contribute.
I just wanted to address something that was in the comments. I wanted Candace to speak before I said anything. It's the reason why I jumped up here. Someone asked how we found out. So we had been told that the family was cut a check and it was in the mail to them, certified mail. We kept asking Sue if the family had received the check yet. We kept getting a yeah, it's going to be there. And then we finally were like, Sue, we need to know when this check is going to be there. She told us that the check had been attempted to be delivered and that it had gone back to what was the city? I don't remember which city she said.
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville, that's what it was. It had gone back to Jacksonville. So we questioned that because where the check was being sent was not anywhere near Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, or Jacksonville, North Carolina. So we didn't understand that. So we started really questioning her. We started asking her, get us the tracking number. We want the tracking number. And that when we started really pressuring her for that information, that is when she fabricated an email with stating that she had sent it to her accountant, who is not involved in this, but we were told was involved in this, and that she had asked for a check to be cut and the address. How she got caught, how we caught her, is in the email that was fabricated. She put Sunday, September the 12th on the email, but September the 12th was not a Sunday. It was a Thursday.
So was it true that, because at one point she had said, or it was said that the check was being not delayed, but just like not being sent until the family set up a specific type of bank account? Was that part of it?
Yeah, I will get you the date. I'm going to go look on our messages and I'm going to tell you exactly the date that the bank account was open for them. Hold on.
Yeah, and Sue's back on here.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry. No, that's correct. So I had initially, when the funds started coming in, I was holding on to them. And I actually had a conversation with the family and explained to them that I could make a donation, but sending it through GoFundMe, there's a lot of fees, and how to set up an Zephy, which is anyway, this, that, the other. Go set up a nonprofit. I just need the EIN once you have the bank account, and that recently got done. I don't know, a month ago maybe.
The bank account, we got word.
The bank account, I've never got word on one way or the other. I just got the EIN number.
No, you got word September 10th. We got a message from the family that September 10th, we got a message from the family that the bank account was open.
Okay, so that was legit. That wasn't a fabrication that they were doing it. Okay.
That was not a fabrication, no.
Because I truly wanted the money to go without fees and all that. But I mean, whatever. I can sit here and say things, but I don't believe that y'all will trust me, and I don't expect you to. But yeah, yeah.
We were waiting for the family to set up the nonprofit because originally I think the plan was to do something different, but some issues occurred. So they set up the Waymakers nonprofit. It is a legit nonprofit. You can go to the IRS website and search the Waymakers. It is a legit, they have an EIN and everything. I know people were questioning that as well. So go on over to irs.gov and search for it. It is definitely a legit.
Yes, thank you.
Nikki, you were not the only one that stayed out of the money part. None of us had access to anything that had to do with money. None of us had any idea any of the orders that were coming through. The only thing that we were told was what Sue told us.
Bamboo, she's selling her house to pay it back.
What do you mean she has two houses, Kim? 205.
There was an issue with us not receiving a spreadsheet from Victoria where she was keeping up with who won what when we were doing auctions. That was not a fabrication. However, I will say that I think some things could have been done differently, and we could have done something with what we had until we got what we needed from her.
Well, what Sue had, but yes. It didn't do a whole lot of good, Candace, absolutely. Those spreadsheets were created by us mods trying to help Sue for whatever. But yeah, no, those spreadsheets didn't do a damn bit of good, honestly.
Well, they did give us the winners so we could send them.
This is kind of
Okay,
separate.
so Freya, I have quite a bit of equity built into my home. So yeah, the money, the bank will be paid, but then I get the difference. It's in pre-foreclosure. Doesn't matter. I can still sell it for whatever I want to. It hasn't set on the date's not set. I mean, the auction hasn't happened or whatever. I will send proof that the house is being sold as soon as I have signed that contract, which it came through a couple hours ago. So I need to look at that now. But yes, I'll pay taxes on that. That's on me.
Okay, so I think that might answer a question somebody else had, and I kind of agreed, which was asking if selling your house, like, I mean, as much as people may be angry, like, I think losing your home is quite severe. But was you losing your home a part of these struggles as well?
Yeah, it was. It's nothing that's new. So I will be staying in my home. I have sold it to a cash buyer who is also leasing it to me that I'm paying up front for until next summer.
Okay,
I am paying the money. I will pay the money, and I am doubling the money raised. By Friday, I spoke to Abigail.
Okay, so you will have a place to live for the year.
Correct. Yes, I would not disrupt my children's. That was my biggest concern. Keeping them in the school that they are in and whatnot, so that their lives aren't completely disrupted by my mistakes. I have the contract he sent over was earlier. It was just a cash offer without the lease option. And so I called him back, and then we had to do 2 separate contracts because you can't put the lease option in there, or the seller will stay in the home for more than 60 days. It's a 60-day. I don't know. I'm not a realtor. I'm not 100% sure. But so we had to send him 2 separate things, which he had to finish tonight, which he did today. After 5, talked to him at 5 something, and then I drove home and have been here for a while, so I haven't sent it back.
Brett, was that dog bundle, didn't it go to Carly?
What'd you say?
That dog bundle, the dog mom bundle?
Yes,
Didn't it go to
Carly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in the stuff that Britt mailed out.
Yeah, because yeah.
I can, what was the name, Carly, you said?
Yes.
Be there by tomorrow at least. If she can
Give me 1 second.
And I understand that it's hard to believe me. I get that, and I expect it. But I mean, I can sit here and tell y'all I hung the moon. It doesn't matter. But I'm being honest about this because it's all I've got left is my honesty. I mean, at this point, I have to.
So I kind of came. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, sorry.
I came in a little late, so I don't know all of what was being talked about because I came in late. I mean, I've obviously picked up some pieces
context clues here. I mean, but I just want to say that my heart's breaking for you a little bit too, because it sounds like you have a lot going on, and I just hope that if there's anything you need, like, you know that you can reach out to everybody. Like, I just, it sounds like, I don't know, my heart's just breaking for you for losing your house and everything. You're trying to, like, you're trying to keep everything right for your kids. And, I mean, it just sounds like there's some life changes going on right now for you. And
sometimes in order to heal, you've got to kind of wipe the slate clean, and that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
I'm owning up to my failures, my lies, the things that I have done to hurt others on a live with 262 other people. This was not something I set out to do. I mean, I did it intentional, but I always just figured I'd have the money back and it wouldn't be an issue. But, I should have, that was absolutely not my prerogative. That should never have been an option. And that's my mistake. So I'm here. And I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to make it right and to make amends. I know there's never any fully making it right, because you really can't write it. I can only admit and move forward from here. And if that's, jail time, whatever it is what it is. And I own it. I have to. I'm trying to set a precedence that, it's okay in life to fuck up and mess up and do things that you never thought that you would see yourself doing. And I hope that my girls, if anything, have seen, and they're very well taken care of, and they're here with me now. I know that has come up several times, and I appreciate that everyone has such love for my kids. It means the world to me, because my family doesn't. Not that it matters. I'm not here for sympathy. I really am not. I'm not here to gain anything other than to release accountability on anyone else but myself. I got it, baby. Thank you. And I just hope that I'm showing my kids some sort of an example by it's okay to mess up. You just got to do better tomorrow, or own it up. I don't know. I'm just trying. I am no accountability. What do you mean? I feel like I'm here to be accountable. I've had lots of hateful comments, but lots of supportive comments too, which I'm not here to get support. I promise you. I understand I have wronged you. I understand that I have done foul, fraudulent things and lied and made things up. And I mean, I'm here for that. I'm
Carly,
here for
it says that it
I'm
was
sorry, hold on.
delivered.
Turn it on. There we go. What now?
I was just letting, Jess was asking about Carly. Carly, it says that yours was delivered in and at your mailbox.
And I am selling my house.
Are you selling your house because of this, or was there others? I mean, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I'll be honest with you. My $50, it can go to keeping your house. I don't.
No. This was not something that, I mean, you don't sell your house as a last minute situation. It takes a couple of months for that to go down. I had not paid my bill in a while, with the thought that I would always make more money the next month and do the things that I needed to do. And I never did. And I mean, I've been here 6 years. And it's all, you can look it up. Everybody else, I mean, you guys have the information, or you can look it up, whatever, my address. But anyway, point is, hold on one second. Yes. Yes, you can. This is the step I needed to make 6 months ago, but I'm making it now. And this is not the reason that I am selling my home. This is a way for me to get cash to do what's right, and then it's pay the money to the family that is owed, plus a donation from myself, because not that it makes it any better, it does not forfeit me from any legal actions or ramifications. It is what I just felt I needed to do personally, you know. I don't know, but I mean, I will prove that as soon as Ollie, can you please, girl, pick you one and go now. So I apologize if I feel like I'm coming off insensitive or not accountable or respond. I'm trying. I don't know really. This is not a thing for me. I don't know. I don't want sympathy. I don't need the money. The money. It's not a situation that's been handled. I thought I had somebody that was going to be able to make the amends last week or this past week. And she really just wanted to support me mentally, physically, emotionally, and help me with the kids kind of situation. I had misunderstood that, or she maybe just didn't realize the depth of what this involved. I don't know. I can't speak for her, but I have handled it on my own. So this is where I'm at, and this is what needs to be done. It's not that I'm losing my house. I have done this to myself. This is what I need to do, you know? And yes, they did report it to the FBI and my local police here, and whatever comes with that comes with it. I have to deal with it. That's on me. It's not on them. And I apologize. I know that I may have just overlooked all of that, but I truly apologize to anyone who ordered something, didn't receive it, who has been lied to, anyone that I have lied to, anyone I have wronged. Part of recovery is going through that list and making apologies one by one, which I do plan on doing, but there's a hell of a lot of y'all, and just, you know, I got to get there. And right now I got to worry about this before I can worry about that. But I just want to say I'm apologizing to everyone here, everyone who trusted me and I lied to. It's just awful. I don't even know.
I mean, I have no idea if you're telling the truth to everyone or not. If you are, then I think these are the steps that you're taking, and these are the kind of steps that we ask people to take when they've messed up, which is own up to it and fix it. And so if that's the case, then like I do hope the best for you in terms of like just being a human and knowing God's heart for people. I do hope that you're able to, you know, a lot of times people have to hit rock bottom in order for their lives to get better, in order for them to realize what they've lost. And I can appreciate, it's a hard line, because I know people, it's like, we don't want to make excuses for people that do wrong. And like, I'm not going to make an excuse for you. I just, as someone who did bad things in the past or have mistakes, like I had to hit a rock bottom before I could become better. And I know how hard it was to lose. And so I do think it takes a lot of guts to like come in alive and say like, I lied and deceived. And as long as you make it right, like, I think that, you know, like you may not be able to repair your friendships, but you'll know that you did the right thing by making it right. And then I would honestly just do better for your kids. Like, don't wait until they're adults and all these years have passed because they're children once. I'm still waiting for the day that my mama will do the right thing. And we would rather have you know, we would rather have our loved ones here now than like 20 years full of regret, you know? So I hope you take this opportunity to truly do the work and make those reparations, like, and then, you know, like, don't take this for granted. Like, and I'm not saying that you are, but I do respect that you're taking accountability, and you may have to to pay the price legally. You're paying the price by losing friends. Yeah, I just really hope that you will, even, you're going to get tempted. Just, I hope that you have the strength to do the right thing when you're tempted again.
I have to address some comments. So there was an attorney that she asked for donations for an attorney a little while ago, and some of us donated money for that. Turns out there was no attorney. So that's what we were referring to about there not being an attorney. She did say tonight that her attorney advised her not to come on this live, and I cannot tell you whether that attorney exists or not.
I do have an attorney. I mean, I spoke to a friend who works at a law office about he's a family member, what his suggestion would be. I have not hired an attorney about this specifically because I'm at fault and I feel that there's no need to have an attorney. I mean, he's an attorney, my brother-in-law. And I did speak with him on coming up and the legalities. And I said, at the end of the day, whatever. I don't care. Whatever. So he is an attorney. I'm not hired.
You guys, she just asked an attorney for advice.
Yes, I did. That was it.
Also, the attorney that we were told that she had to pay $7,000 to an attorney, and we helped with that. And turns out that was not true.
I don't think anybody sent money for the attorney. I think all the money sent was for other reasons.
No, yes, they did.
Okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Sorry. I apologize. I'm wrong. I haven't looked through my finances or the whatever that was sent. Hold on a second.
What was that attorney supposed to be for?
To go after people on TikTok who were disparaging her name and slandering her name because they didn't get their items or refunds.
Someone asked about my adoption, about my youngest. My youngest wasn't adopted. It's been so much fun. She's mine as a single parent. Intentional single parent. Oh, sorry, y'all answered that. I'm trying to catch up. Sorry.
Sophie, I'm glad you got your items. I tried to do what I could. Me and Tiff drove, pick it up, do what we could to make it what we felt was right. It's almost 12 o'clock. I'm about to.
Yeah. I think it's time to call it a night. Like we said, and Sue has said tonight, that everything that has to do with fundraising, she was the only one that was handling all of that. And if anyone, I know it's going to be hard to trust her moving forward. The only thing I can say is if it has to do with fundraising, items that you've not received, orders, anything of this sort, you're going to have to reach out to Sue. If you do not want to reach out to Sue, you are more than welcome to fill out a refund request, or you're more than willing to fill out an FBI report.
Yeah, and the money will be, I know I will provide receipts next Friday once the money is sent, plus my personal donation. I will make 2 separate donations so that they are not commingled with whatever receipts are necessary, and work through those. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come on and answer questions and be accountable for, instead of just going on a live and bashing me like a lot of people would have done. And I agree, I deserve either way, both ways, all the ways. But I just want to say thank you for giving me a opportunity to face my situation head on as best I could.
And to answer the questions about the family's response, I don't think it's right for me to give out a personal conversation that me and the family or Sue and the family had. I will say that the family knows, and the family thanked us, so-called mess, for giving them the information and for doing what we needed to do to rectify the situation.
If refunds do get sent out, is that just coming, like, is that coming from Sue? Because she said, like, request.
Yes.
So I made a request through PayPal, and then it said that there was no response. So they went ahead and initiated the refund. So, like, who's actually, like, providing the refund?
That's coming from me. Friday is when all of that. If you haven't gotten the refund yet, you may have to escalate it or something. I'm not 100% sure how it works on PayPal. If you have a Cash App, they did pull down my Cash App because of the request coming through, which I get. But please send me an email stating that you sent it through Cash App. We do have all the Cash App payments that were sent in, so that can be verified, and then I'll send it Friday through whatever means that is available. I'm assuming PayPal will still be good then.
Mm-hmm.
If not, then I will create a second Cash App if they allow me to. I'm not 100% sure. Whatever I can do to send the money back to you guys for the items not received, I am 100% willing to do so. Because I don't need to, that's not for me, the money. I need to, yes, I'll use it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because I wasn't sure, like, where.
And if you paid Venmo or like some other weird credit card or something like that, that means you paid a PayPal invoice, and you have to go through PayPal, because I don't have Venmo. I never have. So, well, I had one years ago, but I don't have one. I haven't had one in a couple of years, or at least a year. So I know I didn't have Venmo. If I accepted a Venmo payment from you, it was on a PayPal invoice, because, PayPal and Venmo are the same company. So you just have to go. If you need, I can send you an email maybe with your PayPal invoice so you can use that to request a refund. I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I will do whatever I can. Just please send me an email. I do have a few items left to send that I didn't send for whatever reason. I just was I was in a rush and may have missed a few things.
Okay. So if people do request a refund and they get the refund, so when you say you're donating to the family, are you going to be donating to the family the amount that is not being refunded to people?
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm doubling that.
Okay.
Not that it makes it better. It doesn't, but I feel that's the least I can do.
I have a question, and if you guys don't want to answer this, you don't have to. It's probably not any of my business, but I heard Sue say something about the FBI is involved. Did somebody report you?
The mods did.
Yes, the mods did.
We were told that an advocate was going to be handling sending the money over to the family, and we were not told anything until a couple of days ago when we had to reach back out to Sue and found out that this advocate is no longer handling any of that and no longer willing to donate any money for Sue. As soon as we found that out, after all of the lies, as you can imagine, we were put in a position where we felt like that was the only thing that we could do to make sure that accountability was made and made sure that we were handled legally as far as any being accountable for anything that had to do with it.
I don't blame them.
Because regardless of whether the money gets sent at this point, she's committed a crime, period. And we had to do what we had to do to protect ourselves legally and to do the right thing. So. Yeah, I think I'm going to get off of here for tonight. My head is pounding. It's been a lot. It's been a rough week. It's been a rough time for all of us. I think all of us, especially everyone that got the news tonight, needs some time to process it. I just ask that everyone please be kind to everyone. There's a lot of hurt feelings, and there's a lot of pain involved in this, and just please be kind and compassionate with one another, and we will get through this. And if you have any questions or concerns about money, you're more than welcome to message Sue. If you have any questions about orders, please email Sue. If you're wanting a refund it. And if you are wanting the link to an FBI report, you can send us, me or the mods, a message, and we will help you with that as well. And I love you all very, very much.
Right. Love y'all.
Love you. Good night.
Good night.